Uh-oh.
Still not live?
That's
It's very much live. People are in the chat.
I only see Roxy in the chat. Oh, maybe.
Is your video... Oh,
it looks like now we are.
Are we now live?
I think might be now live.
Oh my God, are we live?
Someone tell us they
now
can hear
we're
us.
live. So we
weren't before.
So we weren't live.
I have refreshed the page
but
again.
Roxy is assuredly in here.
It says my connection is
suddenly
excellent.
there's so much noise from two phones in here.
It's from the mics.
And
there we go.
are we live?
We're live.
We got there.
That was a lot, guys.
We'll
It was
redo the
stressful.
thing.
Roxy hated that we turned this into a live podcast. That's how I want to start this off.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Isn't that like the joy? Is the spontaneity?
This was like months ago when
She just. Why doesn't she like? Is it because she doesn't like live?
She said something about the quality going down, and couldn't agree more.
Gotta live boldly. Gotta live boldly. I think the quality went up as per that
Yeah.
intro.
That's why every intro, like, are we
Yeah, you
able
good? Yeah,
to
is everything
film
good?
now?
You guys, hello?
Are we able to talk to each other
Are we
now?
allowed to speak? You know, sometimes maybe Roxy's right.
Sometimes
Rox.
she is. Here's a little preview of what happens every single time before we record. I usually show up like third to last, and I'm usually like, okay, try to be in a better mood today. Trying to be in a better mood. Coy's like being all chipper, trying to keep the energy up. And then John is just looking like he's having the worst fucking life ever.
Because John's good until he sits in that chair.
Every stream, John's just
Everything was perfect, and now everything is wrong, and I don't know what happened.
Yes.
I'm just here for morale. I'm not even here for expertise. I'm here to keep morale up.
But we are not AI. We
No.
are live.
No.
That's
Real.
what counts.
Only humans could mess up this way.
And now we are going to have more of an old school of how we originally wanted to do the podcast. Yesterday I had to ask Coy this question like 4 times to get it through to his head. Like, what do we want to talk about? Well, here's
I was like,
news,
the news.
news. And I'm like, no, what do we want to discuss?
Are we allowed to do what we want on the internet? No.
This one's for us today.
This is, yeah.
you
We had a
know?
lot. There's been a lot of like sassy goss.
Yeah, there's stuff that I was like, what's just compelling the brain? We're seeing a lot of early super chats. Thank you guys so much for contributing. We never end a stream without going through every single one of the super chats and Streamlabs. Thank you guys so much for supporting this little show that we have been building up here. And for those who are here now taking a gamble on a topic like this, which is not our usual kind of go-to, really appreciate
I
you.
think it's inspiring more super chats of chaos. Like I like the chaotic element.
So whomever's here, thank you very much. Some things that sometimes we do shows where I have 0 notes, and then sometimes I got too many notes, where then I become 2-note reliant,
Which is today.
which is awful. Like, no, I need to get out of my head and just have a conversation. So a lot of this will just be setting you up to talk, Coy. So we have one here. First one, we want to talk about the award season chaos because there's so many crazy things that have been going on the past few weeks, and then the Oscars are here in just a couple of days. And we want to
Late.
Very late.
Like weird.
It used to be February, right?
It's
Now
almost always
March.
February or late January. Why is it St. Patrick's Day Oscars?
And then soon it's going to be just on YouTube.
Late
exclusive.
March in the past, no?
Really? Yeah, I thought it was a February season because it's like we're
It's
getting
been both.
we're
but
getting
yeah.
movies that are eligible now. In like Project Hail Mary is out, and that's going to be next year's Oscars.
It is weird. Yeah, that's a little strange, huh?
This deep in the year, it's weird.
Well, maybe they did that to. I think they had postponed it because of pandemic once. And then they
it
kind of
just
stuck to that. Yeah. And then we also want to talk a little bit about Hollywood marketing, how that's a little bit, of a. It's in flux. It's like interesting. Like we want to talk about what Spider-Man Brand New Day is doing. And how like trailer rollouts have sort of become the story, and how so much emphasis seems to be put more on trailers than the actual movie itself. Kind of saw that with The Bride. Now that I think about it,
I think the attention span's part of it.
What do you mean by well?
Like,
should we dive in or
We'll get there.
Little
We'll get
tease.
there.
Little
Tease.
tease.
Good
Okay.
call. What a tease.
And like what we saw with like Lanterns, how DC kind of got punished for withholding some spectacle, and now that Marvel is actually going to be going to the Oscars, a little Oscar reunion.
Yeah.
And they need to create another moment. Just a lot of things are feeling like conversation velocity at the moment. And it's fun, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the weird part. We could sit here and look mad at all
More
the
clicks.
all the drama that's going on. And we could do videos where we seem pissed off. But there's
Is there a tear emoji we can put on a woman's face?
should we make our eyes much bigger?
And-
bigger and bold?
I've learned how to thumbnail face. Greg complimented me
Yeah, I finally did it.
for 7 years.
How I like where to start with. So the real thing that we have here is the Oscars are happening this Sunday, 98th Oscars. The first positive thing I'll say though about it is that they're getting right, and this is not just bias. It's not even in my notes. Conan O'Brien.
I was gonna say this. If you didn't say it, I was gonna agree. I was gonna say having a host and then having a good host.
How do you champion more the significance of the Oscars more than I personally do?
Yes.
I'm kind of sick of them, and I don't even watch them.
It's brand new. There's only been 98 of them, Greg.
Yeah.
What a concept.
There was one year Humphrey and I tried doing a live stream
I've
of it.
encouraged it every year.
And we were so bored that we ended it. And then the Moonlight La La Land debacle happened 20 minutes later. I was like, what the fuck? We ended before?
That was quite a
biggest
day.
moments ever.
Until the best picture moment.
The clicks we could have gotten.
Yeah, we could have got that
before
reaction.
the clip outs.
But that's what I mean. The awards show season seems to be so much about they don't.
It's so crazy.
I've told them this award season chaos, live
It's
streams
happening
chaos.
real in time.
Alex, can you do me a solid? Can you go to them and tell them to stop running the shower next door? That's a shower.
That's a
that they're
shower.
running.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a shower.
Just
Some-
punch
We
him in the back
discovered
of
the
the head.
source of that annoying noise,
That
and
is
it's a
insane.
shower.
It's
But
a
yeah,
place of business. So the Oscars, in my opinion, the beauty of the Oscars is on the cynical side. I understand that it's like in-house giving each other awards for art, and that to some people is like egotistical. To me, I think every job should have more merit-based, like congratulations. Like I think any job, it's just this one has spectacle. This one is something that like we advertise and we make big, and like it is a job like any other. And if you actually go to any of these award shows, it is just like going to like a VFW. Like it's a conference and people are sitting, except for these people are shiny. So it's not that it's more important than any other thing. I think the difference is it's a way to advertise and raise awareness for art. So the reason I advocate for it is there are movies I might not have seen if not for the nomination. And I think that's the beauty of nominating, say, 9 to 10 Best Picture. That's the beauty of like raising awareness for 5 directors or 5 supporting actors. Like you find roles in the hierarchy that you might not have been exposed to. So I think the beauty of award season is beyond the ego boosts, awareness raising. Like I wouldn't have known who Wagner Moura was if not for this like campaign where he's next to 4 actors I'm a big fan of, and then I looked into him. I wouldn't have known some of the films that got Best Picture nominations necessarily without the hype. So I think it's a really wonderful thing to raise awareness while also the job itself of making film is so icebergy. Like we see this part and this is the rest. I think it's really beautiful to give people that have worked hard their whole lives a few months of like, hey, this is the best thing we've seen. Let's just say how cool. And I like Michael B. Jordan right now. He's getting this like, Heroes tour. That dude's been doing this for like 15 years. And I feel like now he's getting his laurels in a bigger way. And I think that's a really special thing that we should celebrate humanity more, and art is a reflection of humanity. So I think that award season is a beautiful pinnacle of looking at what people do, which is share their emotional journey and celebrating it.
so the question then comes down to what do we choose to focus on though? Because what you're talking
Drama.
about is what the idealism of what
Which is what I do.
Oscars and awards show season should be.
We should talk about the ballet.
And we should talk about the opera. And we're talking about what it ought to have. Kind of what I grew up with the Oscars. I used to love the Oscars when I was a kid, and I feel like it used to exceed these small little film niches, like your advocacy for art and raising awareness. I don't think that's the impact of the Oscars anymore. I feel like it's very minuscule in that department.
I think we've seen the politics too much.
Well, that's all
Like
it
we've
is now.
exposed we saw into the hood.
Sure,
You know, and we're also in it. Like I think there was a time if say what we did was 20 years ago, this would be the equivalent of having like an Entertainment Tonight or a broadcast news show.
Yeah.
And we as individuals might know too much for it to be enjoyable, but the masses wouldn't. Now
Yeah.
we and the masses, I feel like, are a little too privy to like all of the machinations.
I don't feel like the Oscars have truly evolved with the changing of the industry that much.
They
I feel
try.
Like they kind of
Keep
try.
hiring TikTokers to go and
that's
make
what I mean.
sound bites.
They try with marketing tactics, is
Which we'll
what I
talk about
think
next.
Yeah, they try with market like, oh, let's get a Marvel reunion going, which might bode well for Marvel, perhaps. Or I think that's why I think Conan O'Brien is like the smartest get they could have gotten, because Conan has managed to stay consistent, stay in the zeitgeist, stay like number one. Even when he left television, he's somehow still managed to be like the biggest superstar.
I think he bridges the gap between the old
That's
Oscars.
why. He's the only one.
Right.
The only thing, though.
He's a host like a Billy Crystal and that era, but he's also like internet era plugged in.
Exactly.
And he's the only one.
He's got every demographic and everyone trusts. He has a level of trust that most people wouldn't be able to garner, and he's got all ages, and he's worldwide.
Simpsons been on for 40 years.
A lot of people I know tune in just because of Conan O'Brien.
And that's why you need a host. I don't understand why for so many years there was like a hostless Oscars where there people would just wander up and be like, I'm going to say a thing that I think's funny.
Yeah.
And I was like, who wrote that? What is happening? And then they just cut to someone. And it was longer because more people would quasi-host.
Yeah.
We need structure. I think that one of the best hosts we ever had was Hugh Jackman because he's such a showman and it's such an entertaining thing. And you've got the clickbait.
He's great.
Is he the greatest?
He's great. Some might say he's the greatest showman.
He's got that man. That man's a show. But like that was the shininess of an actor doing it and the host ability of like someone really good.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you need for some. And I think Conan is like that, where it's like there's a presence and he's a good host.
And on top of that too, like the online promotions that he does are so good. Like the promo that he does, like the interviews, the podcast, even the Variety. There's like Variety or Hollywood Reporter cover magazine one, like his satire and self-deprecation is the thing that the Oscars needs to kind of take the piss out of itself and lead up to.
He's doing Chicken Shop Date. Like he's doing the press tour that actors do for movies for the Oscar hosting.
He did. Do you see his Jimmy Kimmel interview?
No.
He did an interview on Jimmy Kimmel where he was revealing the number one Train Dreams joke they had, because they can't come up with a Train Dreams joke. And he just decided to like reveal it there. He's talking about the failure of trying to come up with the joke for it.
That's great.
That's what I mean. It's like it's this insightful thing, and the landscape of media has changed so much, where like movies and shows are all feeling like content now, and what clicks with audiences. And Oscars now, because of what movies have evolved into throughout streaming platforms, through independency, through what actually becomes popular, we would see the disconnect between audiences and Oscars for a while, but usually there was enough like big tentpole films that really clicked with the masses that would become a big thing that shined in the Oscars.
I think that's a big part of why I feel like it's too late in the year, because like you just said Train Dreams and I was like, oh right, that's this year's. Like I'm pulling for Train Dreams. I don't think it's going to win, but I loved Train Dreams. I feel like I saw that years ago. You and I saw Sinners together. Does that feel like a movie you're voting for this year?
No, it feels like a 2 years ago movie.
That's crazy to me. Like, I loved Sinners, but like we did not watch that in a period of time that feels like that should be this Sunday's Oscar.
Well, see, what we're talking about is it doesn't feel like right now. This is what I feel like we used to get, a great Oscar race.
Yeah.
That's what we used to have. Like, I think the hype should be around who's going to win, Timothée Chalamet or Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Who's going to win this award? Who's going to win Best Director? Who's going to win this? And of course, there's people out there who are concerned with that. Of course, there's people out there who love to do the predictions. I think right now, John Campy is live doing just that. They doing a prediction thing. And a lot of people love to get in on that game, and I personally play the game too. I think it's a fun one, but that doesn't seem to be the online conversation around it. Everything is about like the Oscars feels like a very online thing right now, where it's all just about like drama and chaos. Like what's happened with Timothée Chalamet really does feel like a classic case of we need a villain for the Oscars.
It feels like the politics of the Oscars has become truly politics. Like it used to be political how you lobbied for Oscars. Now it is politics as in we must tear down the front runner. Like it's crazy that we've reached the point in movies that people are doing like sabotage campaigns.
Yeah.
I can't imagine in the heyday of I think of the Oscars, like Jack Nicholson up front and Billy Crystal hosting. Imagine if there was like a handwritten letter campaign of like Jack Nicholson is like that's such a weird thing. But I think the internet needs more stimuli. Like, have you watched Anchorman 2 in the last 5 years?
I remember it decently well. I've seen it twice.
It is shockingly prescient. It is one of the most ahead of its time comedies, and nobody talked about Anchorman 2. I mean, Anchorman 1 is a classic, but Anchorman 2 is the death of journalism by way of the 24-hour news cycle.
Yeah.
I think we've now left that being the death of journalism and have now exacerbated it to it has to be a 5-minute news cycle every 1 minute. There has to be 5 minutes of content every minute on the internet, because half the TikTokers and half of the YouTubers and half of the people that are making short form content are saying like, put out 30 things a day.
Yes.
And so when you run out of things to talk about, the clip that Chalamet is getting dragged through is from weeks ago.
Exactly.
But someone one day was like, what if we burn this boy?
It's such false. To me, it's false outrage.
Yes.
It's
People are bored. They have too much time.
like, okay,
And there's real shit happening.
What is the exact quote that he said? It was something about like the takeaway. All right, I'm paraphrasing while John pulls it up. The takeaway is he said something that sounded insulting about, and I guess it is insulting, about the no one cares about ballet and
He
opera
said to
anymore.
me, it was like, I don't want to be part of an industry that is kind of on its last legs.
Yeah.
That's what like he was saying. Like, I don't want movies to be where ballet and opera is how I interpreted it.
I don't want to be working in and there was like a lot of lead up to it. This is why no one was pissed off when the actual interview came out.
But you pull it out of context.
There was context leading into it. And so no one was mad. And then suddenly they clip it out and everyone's like,
I don't like that one sentence.
now I'm not actually going to go to the opera and go to the ballet now. But
Will this
man,
cause
I'm
me to
mad about
support this thing I'm angry about? Certainly not. I've never been to the opera.
And I think I was watching a video this week from I think the channel's called Keisha Says, I want to say it is. And she brought up a great point that like his mom is actually is a ballet dancer, so he's kind of like plugged into like what the conversation around
And
this
maybe
would
it's
be.
personal that ballet went away for him.
It says, I don't want to be working in ballet or opera or things where it's like, hey, keep this thing alive. And what's funny is when you watch the clip, you could see he's like, oh shit, what did I say? He can
And
see
McConaughey's like, yep, like trying to move it along.
because he acknowledges, he flat out says, I took shots for no reason. He says the words like, oh, there's like a self-awareness in that moment. And what human being doesn't just say an opinion that might sound a little glib from time to time? Who doesn't say something that might sound a little tone deaf or not, or might lack new conversations? And he's been kind of smart to position himself around like, let me do a big interview with Christopher Nolan.
And the what's his movie night where for like 7 days he had different people interview him after his movie and he showed up to all of them. I thought that
Yes.
was genius. It shows the body of his work. It shows like, having interviews from different people getting different dynamics out of it, not the same sound bites. And then this was January.
Yeah.
And I, even in this soundbite written down, I see where he's coming from. I don't agree with it. Like, I don't agree with the way it was interpreted, but I think the way he meant it, he was just trying to say he doesn't want the movies to go the way of other art that is not doing as well as it was.
Well, the discourse around it is so disproportionate, though.
Yeah.
It's obnoxious. Like, I don't think it was. A lot of things can coexist.
Yeah.
It can be tone deaf.
Yeah.
And like I said, they could be glib. At the same time, they can be disproportionate, and it could be not malicious. It's just something that he said, but for some reason, this is the thing. They're like, let's ask every fucking celebrity what you think about this, and then you position every celebrity to just kind of
to either be in trouble or like throw them under the bus.
Exactly.
Like they have
you
no
corner
win.
them.
This kid I don't know, or I get in trouble.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, we see what the shit Timothée Chalamet's
I
getting.
love the ballet.
No. It's like, no, it's not. Have ticket sales gone up for the ballet since this happened? And this is coming from someone who's been to a couple ballet shows. The ballet I find reasonably enjoyable. I go more because my wife loves it, but I find it relatively enjoyable. But when I did go to in New York, it was fucking packed. And I did get I wasn't able to go because she actually got sick, and so we didn't actually return our tickets because we were like, this is a true thing. We got tickets to Swan Lake out here, and it was sold out at the Alex Theater in Glendale. I think it was the Alex Theater in Glendale, and we said no, we're not going to refund him to support the ballet, But the movie had that thought because
I want to
ballet's
support it all.
dying. Like, it's just a reality.
But then, what's crazy to me is this quote came out a while back, but then this week it got last week it got rehashed. The same week that AMC put out the numbers that like we're down 10% from last year, and last year wasn't great.
Yeah.
Like movie theaters are in a bad way, and he's saying he doesn't want that to be the case. Like no one's giving the context of where he's coming from.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying all last year with all the superhero movies movies coming out not doing as well. I was saying, like, guys, it's not that superhero movies aren't doing as well. It's that movies aren't doing as well, including superhero movies.
Yes.
And I got this, I mean, not to the scale. I'm not running for an Oscar. But I got the same crap of trying to, like, give more context to what we're trying to say.
Well, to context, he never said opera and ballet are bad.
No.
That's not what he said. He said that people aren't caring anymore, just like the way people are saying that about fucking movies.
Right,
Like
that's what I'm saying.
That's what you're pointing out right now. Is they're saying no one's saying like, oh, movies are bad. Because some people say that, but there's too many movies to say that. It's just that's a very uninformed statement, in my opinion. So he never said they were bad, but people are reacting as if he's saying they are bad.
Which is costing him a lot of good grace in this Oscar run, which is crazy.
Well, it might change like optics and conversation around it, but if I'm not mistaken, I would think the votes have already.
I think they closed a couple weeks ago, but I don't know what the timing of, like, this could have been like a hit piece 2 days before. Like, I don't know.
But do you see like how this is like creating the Oscars in a way that's back to it feeling joyless, and terminally we're watching just something that feels like a terminally online thing. And right now, it seems like Michael B. Jordan will probably win the Oscar for this. But this is all I fucking hear about.
Right.
And
Michael B. Jordan's got like nights of people giving him his laurels, but instead we're talking about him.
Yeah.
Like, not Mike.
But we should be talking more about Michael B. Jordan
and Leonardo DiCaprio.
And the performances in there. We should be talking about the snubs and that excitement around there. But this is what people like. People like an Oscars villain now.
I think people like drama, period. I mean, there's a reason reality TV took over. There's a reason, like,
who was that person in the fucking movie that no one liked that got nominated a couple of years ago with the Selena Gomez musical, the Netflix one?
Oh, for Amelia Perez.
Yeah. They found some tweets she made.
Carla Sofia Gascon?
Yeah. Like, let's find tweets that she made years ago and let's make her out to be like the biggest enemy right now of the season.
That is what people enjoy.
And I don't even remember the Honora shit, but I remember like Honora was getting like slammed all the fucking time.
Yeah, that was only last year.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, the Oscars don't feel like they're for audiences at all anymore. Like they do seem, like you're saying, political. They do seem very just business-like. To my understanding, that if you win an Oscar, it boosts your salary quite a bit.
Yeah, because the next trailer is going to say Academy Award nominee or winner.
People like the prestige of it, but it doesn't actually mean anything to audiences as much anymore.
I also think there is an element of it feeling like I've fought for something and this gives me something that like feels real and tangible.
Yeah.
Like I like our Gemma Award. I think that's incredible. Like I think it's so cool that we have a thing we can hold of like all the hard work. I got a Signal Award, and now when you look my name up, it's like I'm Signal Award winning podcaster. So it's cool to have like a thing. So I think there is an element of this job is so much. Any job in entertainment is so much unseen that when there's something that you can express to someone else that makes it feel real. Like the first time my grandparents understood what I did for work felt great because I was like, they're like, oh, you do the news. And I was like, you get the thing.
No sound?
We have sound on this side. So let me see what's
does the audience have sound?
Let me see what's going on.
Uh-oh.
For when?
When did they
How
say
long?
there's no sound?
Okay.
I mean, my thing's up to date.
Yeah, people are. I have not seen a no sound.
I don't see anything. I don't see anything about no sound. What are you talking about? Are you watching the right stream, Alex?
She's watching someone else's stream.
Let me pull up the...
Are you crazy, Alex?
No.
Are you crazy?
It says restart YouTube.
Roxy was right.
No sound.
This is what's going to be spray painted all throughout Los Angeles. Roxy was
Roxy
right.
was right.
Roxy
People
was
holding
right.
picketing signs. Roxy was right.
Thanos Roxy.
Any other?
Okay. So then let's talk about part of the awards section that I would like to talk about is the conspiratorial side of it. The Jim Carrey thing was fucking the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
That was such a weird day on the internet. Weird days on the internet. I was so tickled by just the level of insanity. Like this was full on like Sasquatch people.
Yes, there was two things, right? So two things that kind of happened in like my conspiratorial side actually came out with the BAFTA situation with the guy with the John, whatever his name is, who had Tourette's.
Is there a racism conspiracy? What's the conspiracy around yelling the N-word?
My own conspiracy
Oh,
is
okay.
they left that in there.
They did because they cut out the other stuff.
Yeah, I think they left that in there to generate drama.
Yeah,
and
because there was stuff they cut out.
because that's what gets attention. Now they have come out and have said that the editors thought that they got it. I'm like, it's a very specific moment when 2 black people were on stage and they shouted this, you know?
And it's such a gross moment because the rest of that week, every interview, Delroy
Yes.
Lindo has had the worst like run of press between that stupid influencer saying like congrats on being an up and comer, what?
Yeah.
And then like getting overshadowed for years, not getting a nomination for Defy Bloods. Like the last 4 years, I have wanted Delroy Lindo to get some love. He's finally getting some love, and then him and Michael B. Jordan get yelled the most horrendous thing on that stage while being like celebrated.
Yeah.
And their excuse was like, sorry, we didn't catch that one.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like the conversation of, I've talked with people who've worked with people with Tourette's, and I've heard both sides actually. I've listened to videos on it. I don't have a conclusion on whether or not like it's stemming from an actual racist part or not.
I don't know the science
I
enough to talk to the individual,
Keep
but
the
I
mic
can.
a little closer to you.
I don't have enough science to talk about the individual, but I have enough knowledge of editing.
Yes, yeah. So it's something they easily could have edited out. And I want to say to Michael B. Jordan
Dude.
and Delroy Lindo's credit, holy shit, they handled that shit like fucking champs,
Because
man.
they could have muted that sound and even had the video if there was an
would've-
issue.
yeah.
It would have
You
just been
wouldn't
like
have
a
noticed.
pause because they were professionals
Yeah.
dealing with something they should have never dealt with.
Yeah, and to like that just speaks a lot more to the things that I'm always like hearing about how like black people have to carry themselves with so much extra-ness
Yeah.
in public, and you see that level of fucking like non-reactive strength.
It's one of the things I
It's
love
like-
about Wonder Man
it's
was
so
that was like an
fucking good. Yeah.
undercurrent of like the strength you have to have just to operate, much less to be someone like persecuted for an extra thing.
Exactly. It was fucking awesome how they handled that shit. Not
Yeah.
awesome that it happened, but how they've managed to handle it is the definition of fucking like effortless grace and how they've done it.
And I will say that the reaction from the public was the opposite. Like whether it was people attacking, again, I don't know enough about mental
Neither do I.
imbalances.
Neither do I.
People attacking him without knowing, people attacking them for speaking out, like it was insane that everyone just wanted to find someone to be mad at. And then the people that are actually in control of the stream felt
Yeah.
like that got the least of it.
See, that's
People wanted to be mad at the humans.
definitely.
And that's crazy.
But that's my conspiratorial side that like I have no evidence to support it other than the fact that it seems like a pretty obvious thing that they could have muted.
Yeah.
That they kept that in there because they knew it would generate conversation around it. People like to tune in now to things of what might go wrong, what drama can we do? Like
slap.
like Will Smith slap fucking A. Like who doesn't watch the Oscars now going, I wonder what might happen this time.
Who
you
will
know?
punch who this year?
would-
Escalation.
It made the Oscars so exciting.
Yeah.
But they saw anything that generates numbers and attention. It's like it's very Vince McMahon type of personality trait style.
And I like the BAFTAs because British actors are incredible. Like
Yeah.
the BAFTAs feel like, the Golden Globes feel like the party, the BAFTAs feel like the varsity thesis actors, and the
Yeah.
Oscars feels like Hollywood's version. Like they're
Yeah.
3 very different shows. I love the BAFTAs. So when I talk about the BAFTAs, it's usually about the performances, but I feel like the BAFTAs doesn't get the level of conversation the Oscars do because it's not ours.
Yeah.
This year we're talking about the BAFTAs.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I'm going to say the thing that you're not supposed to say, but this is the reality of what's happening, is that I do, on a very personal, moral level, fucking hate what happened. I don't agree with what happened, and they should have muted that out. It shouldn't have been there. Then, when it comes out and then videos are getting made, the drama becomes this weird version of entertainment, even for myself as a consumer, to go, there's something entertaining about this drama, and then I become part of that fucking problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then other people are talking about it. Everyone who's like, oh, this shouldn't happen. All the people who are consuming and going online and everything. We don't realize how much we're all feeding into it, though. Like I feed into it. We all feed into it because
We're
it's
talking
like
about
we're talking about right fucking now because there is something about, it's that weird feeling though, like something doesn't feel right about it. I feel like Running Man, you know, it has that type of like dystopian flair of media.
And it's hard because there are so many people. How do I phrase this delicately? There are so many people that are so willfully ignorant that want things to be the new status quo, that are fighting for regression, that are able to dismiss things because of ignorance, that don't realize these men are celebrating art and are celebrating achievements, and now that's tarnished in a way that they can't just say it's fine, but have to act as if, and then those same ignorant, regressive people can belittle them in either direction if they acknowledge it or if they don't acknowledge it. So either way, it's a giant step back, and that's so appalling. And again, I'm not informed enough to speak to the individual, but I am informed enough to speak to the people that are interviewing them and asking. Like, I think that's gross. And I think it's gross that it's turning into more of the conversation than the actual achievement.
Yeah. Full-heartedly.
It's just, like, I don't know. We don't get better like this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that we should be progressing. Like, someone in the live chat said, like, I miss early 2000s when we just enjoyed things. We've certainly regressed in a lot of ways, but there were different problems in the 90s and 2000s. There's this thing where we just look to the past as, like, better than it was. Unfortunately, now things are just much more publicly repulsive.
Yeah. I think what Hollywood has down right now is they're very good at managing attention.
Yeah.
But they're worse. They're really bad at managing meaning. Meaning is gone now.
I think they're great at managing attention. I think they're worse at managing retention.
Good. Yeah.
Because there's no way to keep someone entertained
well
without
put.
it being dramatic.
Yeah.
You can catch them, but then they're gone.
Yeah.
And that's going to speak to my marketing
It
conversation.
is very much the Maximus Gladiator. Are you not entertained?
And that's all-
That's exactly what this feels like.
People
Yeah.
want something they can swipe. They want that moment.
And because we're in a retention grabbing culture and trying to like keep people engaged in that first couple of seconds, they need the drama. And the Jim Carrey thing though is just is hilarious.
Dude, yeah, let's talk about this. That feels a lot easier to say is insane.
But I'm a little obsessed with, and this definitely stems from my own little insecurities with body image and aging and everything, is how celebrities are now all getting like the same kind of plastic surgery, or like the men do the over kind of Botox and the lifts. They all started looking like the same Instagram faces. A lot of the women are getting the overdeveloped cheekbones, removing the fat from their cheeks.
Yeah, the buccal fat removal.
Yeah, we're seeing so many of the same fucking surgeries, and I am a little obsessed with like seeing the before and afters and watching videos about it and seeing how people are like what's happening with the social media age, how it's affecting both men and women, and how they're doing it in their like 30s, getting surgery in their 30s. Usually they wait.
What are these people going to look like in their 60s?
Yes,
like if you start now.
Yeah, it's wild. And to me, I saw Jim Carrey. I'm like, yeah, it just looks like one of those fucking cases.
Yeah, like I didn't. Was there anyone that was like Bradley Cooper's not Bradley Cooper no more?
Yeah, I know.
And that dude looked way
Bradley
more
Cooper
different.
looks very strange.
He looked
now.
way more different than like that is to me Jim Carrey with work. Bradley Cooper, if I ran into on the street, I might have been like, is that Thadley Cooper?
I think it's just something that maybe Thadley Cooper. I think it's something that we perhaps got carried away with because Jim Carrey.
Carried away.
What?
Jim Carrey.
Oh,
Carried away.
That took me a while. I was like, what movie did he star in? Called Carried Away? Because I saw Carried, not Carrey.
A pun so bad the person that said it couldn't understand what I was punning.
Probably just me.
You were saying
I was saying that
he got carried away with the makeup.
This has to do, I think, with our parasocial relationship with Jim Carrey, though. Of a guy who in the last few years has evolved into Mr. Anti-Hollywood, and he goes out there with like a big beard at the Golden Globes and makes speeches talking about how this is the most meaningless thing. He goes on a red carpet and is like, I wanted to find the most pointless thing. So he seems like the last person who might actually succumb to doing weird Botox or whatever, injections and fillers, and maybe got carried away with it. So that's what I think happened with this association, and it came. It just looks like post injections and surgery. I don't know the full details of what it might be, but that's all that really happened. And it just depends on lighting. It depends on shots. And you know,
he's also got an elastic face. That's what he's known for. Yes. So someone with a dynamic elastic face getting work is probably going to look more dynamic.
And we're so used to people who, when celebrities go on, our online world has evolved into something so weird now that people genuinely believe he had a clone up there.
You know what's crazy for me was like, there was about 5 minutes where I was like, you know, things are just messed up enough. Maybe. Like, I don't think I ever fully believed it, but I had a moment of apathy.
Yeah.
I had a moment of apathy of like, everything's gotten so weird. What if that's just today? Like, when I found out like Tom Brady apparently cloned his dog.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't know if that's true or not. I'll never know. But apparently, Tom Brady's dog is a clone of his old dog. And I have to just live with that maybe being true.
That's so sad.
It is. I'd clone Spidey in a second. Like, I would. But, like, I don't have Tom Brady money. But, like...
But it's not the same.
No, they don't have the
Spidey.
same, like, person. I mean, maybe... I don't know how much of the nature-nurture of an animal is. But...
You deserve the right to test out that sci-fi novel scenario
Yes!
for yourself,
And the
Coy.
GOAT with 6 Super Bowl rings apparently has. But that's what's crazy is, like,
I feel like
don't...
that would undercut the meaning of original Spidey, though.
I would feel like he was Ben Reilly. I'd name him Ben. But at the same
You
time...
need to do this now.
This is canonically appropriate. But you're right. Like, I would have a hard time, like, if he did something un-Spidey-like, that would break my heart, like those things. But the fact that, like, that Tom Brady thing is even a possibility in reality,
Yeah.
there was 5 minutes where I was like, wouldn't it be just crazy enough if the things that are actually being proven true, sure, Jim
Yeah.
Carrey, why not? Like, the world is so exhausting. I don't like the fact that I didn't feel engaged enough to pursue it. Like, I'm so broken down by the world. I'm like, I don't care, maybe. That's crazy. Like, every time there's like a UFO rumor, like aliens and stuff, I'm like, sure.
Well,
Why
they're-
not?
They're confirmed, though.
They say, haven't seen one,
I believe aliens are real.
but like, I want to care.
I believe they're exactly, they beam you up and probe your butt.
That's it.
That's all they
The
are.
whole thing. There's your probing.
They're just here just to get some ass play
We're
out there.
Tijuana for the universe. Just here to be a donkey show for the space. But like, that's weird. Like that we're just, I mean, and again, this is just where I'm at in life, but it's gotten so exhausting that this is the conversation. And at no point was I like, huh, that'd be special.
And the conversation ought to have been, how cool is it that Jim Carrey decided to learn French and to have a whole speech to honor this and say it like, how fucking cool is that he did all that effort? Instead, it's like, he looks bad. Is it a clone?
His eyes are a different color. I want to celebrate art again, and I think that doesn't happen with how much time we give to dissecting everything.
Although, if it did come out that he was a clone, that would be mind blowing, and I would want to know all the layers to that. That would be so cool. I would buy my words. It's my Snyder cut right here.
Like
words.
when did it happen?
Yeah.
Was it before Sonic or after?
Yeah, when did the clone happen?
Is there a Truman Show scenario where there's a real Jim Carrey trapped in a world?
I'd be so down if there is a clone. I would instantly take back everything I'm saying.
It'd be
way.
so specifically his filmography is so specifically attuned to him being a clone.
It's like, when did Rhodey become a Skrull?
Yeah,
that's what it would
when did
be.
it happen? But I don't know, man. This was such a weird one. The world has gotten so strange.
There's a comment about what? About what, Alex?
I'm just seeing.
About the poster behind you.
What poster?
Good. People are just wondering why my poster is here.
Okay, let's hear it. What's your conversation you had with John about the poster, Alex?
separate combo.
It's a separate thing. Because Coy and I are not
We're
wearing
over here
headphones, so we
talking
can hear
about
not entertaining enough
everything
for
in
you.
my ear.
Funny if you had the poster in the background and one day somebody was like, wait, is that what I think it is? And it finally happened.
What
It's
is-
Morbin time.
It's the Morbius poster you gave me from the Morbius premiere you hosted.
Yes. John is the only person I know.
had the statue back there, but it's not here today.
I've given John multiple Morbius things.
Well, guys, thank John for the stream.
No, don't thank me this week. Thank me next week. Thank me next week when it doesn't look like a weird circus.
Secondly, do you guys think Jim Carrey's a clone?
Let us know in the chat.
Do you agree with Timothée Chalamet? Do you think John Humphrey should do a video about if the Tourette's guy actually is a racist or not?
Yeah, specifically
John, do a
about
video
the
essay.
individual.
This conversation has at least taught me stuff about. I mean, as shitty as that conversation has become, I've learned some stuff about coprolalia, the
Is that like
the phenomenon in which you shout out stuff that
so it's not a position?
it's not a poop thing.
I feel like Alex is on a stream that is so broken compared to our stream.
I want an Alex cam.
Said audio gone for everyone, and I have it on my phone.
Jade Della Celestine said we can hear you at the same time.
We are all competing.
Charlie muted himself. Anyway, guys, we're going to move on now. These topics are going to be a little bit shorter. Let's talk about some marketing debacles here.
Can I open this with a positive because we're going to go negative?
What if I said no?
Then I would wait. The positive I wanted to say, when Greg asked me what news stories do you want to cover, this had not come across my news desk at the time. And by news desk, I mean me and Greg standing. I found out that a Universal has officially confirmed there is going to be a minimum of 5 weeks for every theatrical film, no matter how it's performing at the box office, to go up to 7 weeks in 2027. This is in direct conflict with everything happening with streaming and with the 10% reduction in AMC. This is directly competing with that. I'm so thankful to Universal. I hope more studios follow suit. I also think they did it right before CinemaCon because I think another bunch of studios are going to announce it so they can be the good guy first, and they are the good guy right now. 5 weeks is great. Let's get it up to 7. I'm very excited.
That is a good news.
We need it.
News. That's good.
It's good news.
It's good news.
45 days minimum. Good news.
Good news.
5 weekends.
Well, on to some controversial ones. Slightly controversial. This tune will change completely in just a few days. Spider-Man Brand New Day is finally getting a trailer. When did the trailer for No Way Home come out? That was very different, though, because the nonstop conversation around it was like literally everywhere in every outlet. And it was a different type of hype, right?
Well, I feel like this is also different than the average movie because of the images and because, like, I feel like we've been talking about Spider-Man for 6 months. At least.
I feel like the world was hearing about No Way Home forever, though. For a while.
I don't know what the world, because we're so in this bubble.
Because it was the first time they would get like before there was Hugh Jackman coming back, before there was Blade making a cameo.
But we didn't know they were coming back. It was just a rumor.
But that became the conversation that dominated of like, will they, won't they? So everyone was very interested in what this Spider-Man movie might be.
Yeah.
Whereas as people are excited for Brand New Day, it definitely doesn't have that same level of anticipation because we've kind of they can't really like repeat that.
Yeah,
it's now more about like, are they going to make a good
Spider-Man?
They're going to do something cool here. They're going to make something good. And the conversation around Marvel has been shifting quite a bit, as we've discussed many times. And you know, nowadays it does feel a little bit like studios. Well, let me ask you this then. Do you feel like studios have kind of trained us to be more excited for the trailer strategy than the movie itself?
I think marketing is a separate entity from movies more than ever. It used to feel like marketing was a leg of distribution. Now it feels like marketing is separate to me. And I don't know if that's because we're directly involved with marketing. We have a Gemma award, the M in that is marketing. Like we're so in the trailer, pre-pro, everything coming up to the movie business to the point where, you know, every video we do, people are like, why aren't you covering more trailers? Like we're so directly associated with trailers, but they feel more and more removed from the actual movie. Because it feels like, to me, the trailer has always been its own art. There is an art to making a trailer. There's an art to that 2.5 minutes that needs to be severed from the movie. The whole point isn't that you just condense the movie into 2.5 minutes. But now it's getting to the point where it feels like they're like, let's show you as much as we can. Let's make a 2.5 minute movie. Because that's like, our attention spans are so short that you need to get someone to think 2.5 minutes is the best thing ever and hope they remember in 3 to 6 months to go give them 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the TikTokification of our brains is causing trailers to be their own thing. I feel like the conversation that we have to have on YouTube to promote things makes it its own thing. I feel like the nature of marketing being separate has made it its own thing. So I think that those things need to find a way to coalesce more, because I don't know if it's sustainable for people to want a trailer and then a second trailer and then TV spots and then still give a shit. Like if we're showing them everything and if we're having such in-depth conversations leading up to it, does the movie matter to the same scale as the lead up? I've said for years, I love when a first trailer comes out and then we've got months of conversation, because in the window from announcement to first trailer, there's all this, what's it going to feel like? What's going to look like? All these things. And then from trailer to movie, it's like, okay, now we know a sense of tone. Now we can have this imagination and we can enjoy it. I love lead up to movies because it's all up here. But the problem has become, we then feel entitlement. And then if it's not what we've now painted, it's suddenly not what I was promised.
Yes.
And that's dangerous.
Yeah. Well, we're dealing with fandoms.
Which is dangerous.
Fandoms are very dangerous. I guess, do you do you feel like studios are actually building excitement, or are they manipulating attention when it comes to trailers? Or do you feel
Depends on the trailer, depends on the studio. I think that I think 3 months is a good window for the modern trailer. I think that 12 months for an announcement is exciting, but sometimes gives too much away. Like, we got Hunger Games a year before the movie, and I'm excited for Hunger Games, but by the time it comes around, we'll be like, yo, I saw that trailer a year ago.
I suppose it depends
Doomsday
on the movie, right?
Yeah, it depends on, like, I'm Hunger Games is one of my most anticipated of the year, but it's crazy to have, like, what do you do after you start a year out? And then, like, Doomsday, they're doing vignettes and they're doing a different flavor. They might have some stuff at the Oscars. We don't know. But, like, they're doing different stuff. I think the name of marketing has to change. Like, look at junkets now. Like, junkets from 5 years ago were completely different. Talk shows are being replaced by podcasts. The next wave of I think Variety did a thing about influencers, and it was all influencers that basically do short form, and they're like, they called it the new talk show, but they're not doing talk shows, they're doing junkets basically. So I think the language is all changing, and I think marketing has to reflect that. But trailers themselves, I think they need to change how long they are if they're going to be more than 4 or 5 months out.
I'm not the biggest fan of calling a movie content. I just don't know how else to phrase this. What I'm going to say is I feel like the campaigns for stuff become oftentimes more the content than the movie itself. The movie itself feels less like the conversation, the content. And I do keep looking at The Bride for a reason, because that was a huge flop, huge fucking flop. And I remember the trailers both got insane views on YouTube. And that used to be a sign that, oh man, if they're getting like this much views and this much upvotes, this is probably going to be a hit. And, you know, people are running away with like things Maggie Gyllenhaal might be saying in interviews and then taking the clips. Like, there's so much money and emphasis put into the campaigns for stuff, yet it doesn't really seem to be affecting the movie. And what you're saying about Spider-Man, that's where I'm like kind of torn with when to release this trailer, because it does feel like the movie's coming out soon, but it also I don't really get the feeling, and then again, I don't have this feeling with any movies anymore ever, is, oh, there's a Spider-Man movie coming out soon. Like, I don't even really have that feeling like, oh, there's a Spider-Man movie coming out soon. And now with the marketing today, Netflix kind of does this where they'll release their trailers really close to their release date. That way people are the most aware that this is coming. So maybe they're adapting that level of strategy. Maybe they're trying to emulate.
I think they're all experimenting. I think Doomsday is an experiment in setting up hype a year out, and Hunger Games. I think that Spider-Man, it's a little different than the traditional, but I don't think 3 months is unrealistic. And we're about to hit 3 months. It's out July or June 31st. It's out it's out practically July. It's March. So anytime this month is a 3 month until release, if it comes out this month.
You kind of feel like people are being conditioned to obsess over trailer drops.
Yes.
More than the actual movie itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's free.
Yeah.
People don't go support theaters. That's the problem.
So then, okay, what's your honest assessment of the Spider-Man thing? Do you think the silence is building anticipation, or do you feel like it's draining anticipation?
My honest assessment, as the biggest Spider-Man fan I know, and as someone who has been professionally, personally, and as a child tied to this character, this particular one especially, I think the first trailer was the Glasgow photos. I think that's what they needed to do, and I think that was genius. I think the second trailer was Harry Holland's footage, and now I think we wait for this trailer, and it could come out in a month and a half, and I'd be happy. Like, I love that this is rumored to have like 15 villains, and whether or not the studio leaked it or people just got carried away with ideas, or like, I don't know how that rumor got started, but I love it because I don't know who the big bad is. I only know Tombstone is in it. I know Scorpion is in it. I hear everything from like Boomerang to the Big Wheel, Hypno Hustler, Donald Glover. Like, I love that because I now, as of March 13th, 2026, still get to have that up here and play around with it. And then once the movie is out, I can never have that again. So once the first trailer is out, then I'll have a new thing to percolate on. But up until that trailer, I get to have all this imagination. So like, for me, the journey is the whole time from the day they announce the movie until I see it. So they're all peaks for me. until a bad trailer or a bad movie. They're all peaks because it's only building anticipation. I think those photos did better marketing than almost any trailer I've ever seen because I got to see photos of Spider-Man like J. Jonah Jameson. Like, that was awesome. So I don't think it needs... But I think that we live in a trailer culture, and I think we live in a me, now culture. So the internet's mad at a movie.
Well, I'd be surprised if I'd still be surprised if it flops.
It's gonna make $1 billion.
Yeah,
and movies don't make $1 billion anymore. I don't say that flippantly. This one is gonna make $1 billion.
You feel like this one will actually make $1 billion? I mean,
Confidently.
the ones before No Way Home came pretty close.
Yeah. And I think we need Spider-Man now more than ever. Like, I think we need a solo character. I think we want a street level. I think we want something that is this wholesome. Tom Holland is getting... I love that also this looks like a professional still. That's Tom Holland's personal bodyguard in the back. I love that, like, this feels personal to the point where Tom's bodyguard is in the photo. Like, his brother shooting the thing. Destin Daniel Cretton's kid's first word was Spider-Man. This whole thing feels like... Actually, I'm going to use The Bride. This whole thing feels like The Bride, where it's a family endeavor, but in a way that feels on a $200 million scope.
Yeah.
It feels like a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man just in the team behind it. When the director's kid's first word is Spider-Man, when the lead's brother is directing the behind-the-scenes footage that's coming out, when half the talk about the lead is whether or not he got married to his MJ, this thing feels like a family film, but it's huge. I think that's amazing, and that's the marketing for me.
Well, then let's swing on to... Let's swing on over to a different subject then.
July 31st. I was right. It's 4 months away.
Lanterns.
Yes.
Let's talk about lanterns then, because the lanterns normally what I do when something is getting discourse is I go, okay, is it the social media platform or is it actually the trailer itself? Because oftentimes I'll see something on a trailer go on Twitter and the trailer is getting bashed, but I'm like, it's fucking Twitter. So then I'll go to YouTube, and sure enough, it's not getting bashed. Lanterns, on the other hand, I did see that it was getting bashed on like every platform.
Have you watched it?
Yeah, I like the trailer.
Okay. I haven't had your thoughts yet.
I personally liked it.
Okay.
I'm not as in like you. I'm not the most like when it comes to comics, the cosmic stuff.
I'm a terrestrial guy.
It's never really been my it's never really been my favorite part of it.
I don't
of
identify
any comic medium of like I've never.
I
never
like Green Lantern, but I don't identify with cops of any type.
like Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow is a rare thing for me to like truly love that much. Yeah, but most of the time I'm not the biggest fan of it. And Lanterns was getting criticized for like, oh, it's the drab kind of lighting. Everything feels dark. There's no green. There's nothing here that has familiar iconography outside of like you might see a ring here. And to me, though, I was like, this looks like a good television show, though. And so does it seem to you that, okay, so then what I'm saying, do you feel like fans would rather DC sell them a good show or just reassure them with familiar iconography?
Fans, the latter.
Yeah.
DC is going to be such a hard thing to talk about forever. Because there's no version of me. Actually, here we go. I am with you with the Lobo thing, but the Lobo thing wasn't put in a direct trailer. And there was a moment when your take on Lobo is my favorite take because I couldn't put into words why I wasn't connecting with that little thing. And I saw your take when I was somewhere. I was in New York or Atlanta. I was not here with you.
Yeah.
And I watched your take and I was like, yes, Greg gets it. And it was so
I
funny.
think you were making love with your fiance.
I probably was.
when you
I was
watched
like,
my video.
Oh, Greg's got it.
Yeah.
My bestie. I often think of Greg, the main man, when I'm making love with my fiance. That was so many Lobo references. Wow. Anyway, but it was funny because the DC
Charlie
is
in the chat's exploding right now.
so was I. The problem is I really liked Superman and I really liked Creature Commandos and I liked but didn't love Peacemaker. But they've only put out those three things and I love True Detective, so this take on Lanterns is something else I'm looking forward to. So I'm having a problem where I work for DC as DC Studio Showcase host, and I haven't had anything I genuinely did not like. And then Lobo came out and it was separate. And I was like, no, the one time. So I agree with you that Lobo shouldn't look like a guy wearing makeup. The whole point is that he's alien. But that is a perfect misstep for something that's cosmic. Like, if there was ever a setting, it's Supergirl, to make him fully embrace the alien side, to make him fully, like, that would be a time to go all the way. And that's why I was like, why doesn't this look right? And that's why. This, to me, is the opposite. We did a very campy, spacey, crazy Green Lantern. And whether or not that movie is good or not is, well, it's not good. But it's also hard to digest. It's not something that's palatable. Martin Campbell directed Casino Royale and then Green Lantern. Like, that movie is just the wrong tone and type.
What?
Yeah, dude, that's a Martin Campbell film.
movie?
Oh, you didn't know that?
Green Lantern is the director of one of the best
The
Bonds of all
Mask
time.
of Zorro's Martin Campbell.
I think he also did the follow-up to Mask of Zorro.
People don't talk about that enough. Like,
I
that's
only acknowledge
that's
the
a
Mask.
master director. It didn't work out. So to me, the issue is the character needs to be approachable.
Yeah.
And if you're going to make the character approachable, then I think making it terrestrial first makes sense.
Yes.
And I think making a show that's good first, so you're endeared to the character before he literally takes flight, makes sense. So to me, what are the good cop shows? The ones that are gritty and like contained. I love one of the only network TV shows I've liked in years is Lethal Weapon. And I love the movie. So I was shocked that I loved an adaptation that was so different. But that's network TV and it felt like it. The only way to make prestige TV with cop stuff, not only, but one of the best ways is this tone. So if you're doing Space Cops and you're doing something that needs to start with endearing you to the character, that's this trailer to me.
Yeah.
So like all of the ingredients work for me. Now, that being said, I understand how people that want and want to meet these characters already, like I get why they're mad, but we don't need to keep appealing to comic fans because they're always going to show up. They show up for the good, the bad, and the ugly. We need to appeal to people that are watching HBO. And this looks like an incredible HBO show, that is adapted from the Green Lantern comics.
You mean Paramount Plus show?
No, I don't. We'll see. Tune in to find out. 2027. But like that's a great example. Paramount Plus, Landman, and all the Taylor Sheridan stuff. If you're trying to appeal to people outside of the comic book space, make a good show.
Yeah.
But the people that are going to be yelling are the people that are looking up Lantern's trailers first.
That's fair. Because that is very true. Because I think they will show up.
I don't think Landman fans are commenting on YouTube videos.
It's a much different. Yeah, it's a much different. It's a much different ask because you're saying everyone will show up for the good, the bad, and the ugly. The fans. If this was a movie you had to pay to buy to go see, I do not think they would go to the theaters. I think that's when you would segregate a lot of the fan base,
right?
Because they have to like leave and pay. But if they already have a subscription or they can pirate it, which I am not encouraging. But we all know you do. That is, they would gladly check out the pilot, needless to say.
Right.
And go, well, I'm morbidly curious, and then they'll see whether or not they actually want to be invested. Like, I thought the trailer was good because it did. What, to me, DC was doing with this one was they were selling us on tone, character, and the mystery, first and foremost, and not a familiar VFX type of wallpaper, which I appreciated personally, because as someone who's not a zealot when it comes to Green Lantern, I was more than happy to say, like, this appeals to my sensibilities.
Yeah, same.
I like True Detective season 1 kind of a lot. These are the same guy who did Watchmen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Watchmen
The guy
HBO
that did
series.
Ozark, the guy that did
I didn't see Ozark,
showrunner of Ozark, writer of Watchmen, Tom King of Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Like the writer of Supergirl is writing on the show.
Well, I think we're not looking at the overall bigger strategy here, especially, and it's telling that Aaron Pierre was announced to be Jon Stewart in Man of Tomorrow.
The interconnectivity is already stronger to me than what Marvel is starting to get up to.
Yeah.
I think Thunderbolts was the first time I was like, it does matter to
Stewart that people want, that people are complaining about that's not in this trailer, that should be present in the Man of Tomorrow movie then, right? So we should be able to have the best of both worlds.
Also, you want these shows and movies to feel different. It's so funny how so Supergirl trailer dropped and everybody's like, well, that's another James Gunn project. This drops and like, why it doesn't look like a James Gunn project?
Yeah.
Make the thing feel like a different run of comics. That's the beauty of comics is I want them to feel different. I want them to feel like different artists. I want them to feel like different writers. I want it to feel like different worlds that can come together. That's why the Avengers was so special, because it felt like we were experiencing Kenneth Branagh's Thor and the power of what Johnston did with Captain America and what we'd gotten with Iron Man mashed up, and the Joss Whedon medley felt like the different universes coming together. I want this to feel separate from Superman and then be excited when it comes together.
Well, I think with the next trailer will probably give us a little bit more Green Lanternisms. And if you look at Peacemaker season 1, look at Watchmen. Both of those shows start off just fucking grounded, real world, but then as they progress, they become more science fiction and more
Just so much better for the day-to-day audience.
Definitely. So, and I think this is what Lanterns is gonna do.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if there was just like a drab, gritty experience.
He flies in
only-
the trailer.
Yeah, I'd be
He
so
flew.
surprised.
Like they already like are planting the seeds.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, he mentions that he's the only human Green Lantern. Maybe he hasn't met Guy yet. He mentions the squirrel Green Lantern and refers to him as a squirrel as opposed to his alien race. Why would he refer to an alien race to a guy that just found out he's a Green Lantern? Like, there's so many little nitpicks that like we're gonna get the context of in the show.
Yeah.
It's a trailer.
Yeah, I like the trailer, and it's
I
like, yeah, marketing just seems to be like all over the place, and the problem with marketing is it doesn't seem to translate anymore to viewership or
There doesn't seem to be a direct line of like it's
not
doing
anymore.
well. It's
yeah,
like
yeah. There used to be a time where you can like really track it.
we've talked about that with reactions where it's like, is that worth reacting to? Who knows?
Yeah.
Like, is this trailer did well? Is the movie gonna? I don't know. Like, there's no
you
linear.
You really can't tell anymore now. It's kind of wild. I was surprised by how much The Bride flopped, just based off metrics alone.
Yeah, I'm really curious about The Bride long term with like it's made to be a cult movie, but it's so expensive. And I'm really curious what it does on video. I'm really curious what it does like at home because it feels like it's made to be like a grindhouse movie. It wasn't my thing. I liked the swings it took. They just didn't connect for me. Like I wanted to like The Bride more than I liked The Bride. But I wonder what that's ramifications are going to do with how poorly it did versus the trailers versus the hype.
There will be certain ramifications, absolutely.
Like I don't know how many big swings. But then on the other
Women,
side,
you had a good run. I know you've turned my camera off, but you know, if there's anything we've learned from this, we can't trust women with $90 million.
that's
And
the
they
lesson here.
shouldn't be directing.
I very much agree with Maggie Gyllenhaal. I saw a clip out of one of her interviews. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I feel like the clip out provided enough of the layers to get the entire context of. There was some interview that she was doing where she was saying how like they were addressing the fact that like less than 10% of directors are women, and normally a female director they don't get the big movies, they don't get the big budget ones, but whenever they do get a big budget movie, it's this whole fucking ordeal that it's a woman doing it. So there's a lot more like at stake when a woman's doing it. And I'm like, that's so true. Does become there is a pocket of the conversation that does become about the fact that it was a woman who did this,
and that is reciprocated on even our side because when I didn't like the Marvels, it was sexist, not me not liking the movie. When I didn't like Agatha, it was because I'm an asshole, not because I didn't connect to the camp. Like it is really tricky because when there is an association, you also get like lumped into a certain group, and that's really messy.
Yeah.
Like I was watching The Bride wanting to like it and didn't, and I was the whole time thinking like, man, I love Maggie Gyllenhaal and I really wanted this to be for me, but like that's not going to change my experience of the film.
I was right. I haven't seen it. I'd rather be wrong. I'm more surprised by your opinion of it. I thought for sure. I was like, Coy convinced himself this is great before he watched it.
I love the trailer, and therefore I'll leave happy. Well, I think
It's
more
a
and
good
more.
Rorschach test.
I've had a different thing lately, and I think it was brought on by the 1-2 punch of 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, The Bride, and Project Hail Mary. I saw them all within like 2 months, and the Bone Temple was such a different film from 28 Years Later, but I loved it equally, and that was really cool because I didn't think I'd like something more linear that was in the same world. That was still like that. The Bone Temple was way more palatable than the first 28 Years Later, but I still liked it a lot. So I was like, oh, maybe it doesn't need to be this crazy, hard to palate thing for me to enjoy it. And then The Bride came out and I was like, ooh, I don't find this palatable at all. And like, this isn't working for me. And then Project Hail Mary, I love. And I was like, well, shit, if I reviewed these all in the same strata, people wouldn't realize how much more I love Bone Temple and Project Hail Mary. So I'm really working on, I want to stay someone that talks about art positively, but I need there to be constraints so that people understand when I'm in love with something versus when I'm liking something. So like my scale is changing in real time. And I think that's also my emotional connectivity to art post Spidey. Like I've cried so much more in the last 2 months, and I've been so much more introspective, and I've been working out in a different way. And I'm also like way more aware of my mortality. So things are affecting me as a person that's affecting my view of art. So The Bride might just be the first movie since Spidey Cat that I didn't connect to. So I'm like, oh, I need to reframe how I articulate that to others. I think I need to be more honest with myself and with art in order to connect to the people I want to connect to.
That's a good point. It's a good realization. I'm glad you're learning and reflecting. That's really awesome.
That's what this show is for. This is our episode, motherfuckers.
Yep. We will get to all the super chats. We're going to close them out right when we're done with this next topic. I don't know if we have any or little or a lot. We're going to close them out. So if you want to get any questions in, we'll make sure we go through all of them. Just get them all in right now in the next few minutes as we go through our very last subject here, which will be a short one. There's going to be a Marvel reunion at the Oscars, Coy. So apparently, they have officially announced a presenter lineup that's going to include RDJ, Chris Evans, Gwyneth Paltrow,
Who doesn't know she's in the Marvel universe?
Pedro Pascal, and Channing Tatum, along with several others. And Oscars-related coverage has said that they're going to tease a Marvel-themed segment for the superhero fans. Just like when Zack Snyder's Justice League won
One best
audience
moment.
cheer moment for their streaming movie at home when the audience went nuts.
Me and my friend watched it on our couch and we screamed.
What do you think? Yeah.
I was that friend.
So
I love Snyder Cut. It's such a weird one of all of Zack Snyder's movies. The timing was crazy.
what do you think about this promotional thing? Do you think they're using the Oscars for like some type of hype beat? Do you feel like it's a smart cross promotion? Do you feel like it's evidence at all that the brand now needs some major external event to generate heat? What do you think?
I think it is continuing the bold marketing that Doomsday is doing. I have been the most vocal person, unfortunately, that is saying that the Doom thing worries them, and it's been exhausting because I want to be honest about my feelings towards the Doom character. But every single other thing they've done for Doomsday, I have been all about. Like, I think they're really killing it with marketing. I think they've gotten me more hype for that. There's one... The asterisk is huge, but there's only one thing that is keeping me not from full, oh my God, Doomsday. And the rest is doing it for me. I love the vignettes. I love what they're doing with like little teases. So I think this is great marketing without giving us more footage. I think it does all the things you want it to do, which is like, look at those people I like that I don't think of standing together, stand together, which is what you love about parts of the movie.
Yeah.
And it also is reminding you that you're excited for Doomsday 9 months out while not giving any new footage necessarily. I think it's a really smart marketing move. I also think on the Oscar side, it could either be perfect or it could be Steve Buscemi carrying a skateboard. Like, it's going to go one way or the other.
Do you think they'll have a trailer?
I think they might show a little bit of footage, but I don't know if they need to. Like, look at those people standing together. It's already exciting.
Well, I think the lineup of who they've officially announced is smart because they're all very famous people.
Yes.
And
Who would attend anyway?
RDJ just won an Oscar, so that's a good pull right there. But it's also doing like Robert Downey Jr., our new villain, but also the man who started the MCU. Chris Evans, our Captain
back.
America, the lead of it. He's returning. Gwyneth Paltrow as the romantic side of it. Pedro Pascal, the new era, and America's daddy. And Channing Tatum is the era of forgotten broader multiverse side. You know,
He's like, well, look how well this turned out because we undid a wrong. Like, to me, he feels like, oh, look at the multiverse working.
yeah, it's a good lineup, and I don't know what impact it'll have, but I think this is the kind of thing that they create for a social media thing.
That's why it could be How Do You Do, Fellow Kids, or it could work.
Yeah, not the televised event. I don't think it'll do much for the televised event unless they do a special promo or trailer or some
Then
shit.
it's going to be... I mean,
They're
this
gonna do
is-
that selfie like the old Oscars with Bradley Cooper and all those other people.
People
in
will be
that
like,
one
who owns
selfie
that
they
selfie?
did.
And it'll cause legislation.
Yeah.
But I think what's interesting about this setting is the Oscars should be our Super Bowl.
Yeah, but
It
it's
should
not.
be a big thing.
Yeah.
And instead of putting a Doomsday trailer at the Super Bowl, how great would it be if it was at the Oscars?
Yeah.
What if we did things for promoting movies that promoted movies? Like, what if we did things in-house? And this could be the start of that, because this Doomsday trailer is going to break the internet. I would love, it's a little early, I think, to do a Doomsday trailer in March for December, but I think it'd be a great opportunity to give Oscars some views.
We said there's like a giant. I mean, it's Avengers, so it's very different. Like there's a real conversation happening around Doomsday, and it doesn't seem to stop, though. You know.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I mean. I think that's fucking amazing.
Like I don't really feel like there's a Daredevil season 2 coming out, which is kind of weird. And
We are watching that soon. In the next few weeks, that is on TV.
like
It feels like it's this year, but not.
before the month is over.
Yeah, it feels like it's this year,
We're
not this
watching
month.
Watching that movie, that show. And Spider-Man, I'm like, I don't quite feel like it's coming. But Avengers, I'm like, there's an Avengers movie coming.
See,
I am aware of that.
I'm pretty plugged into Spider-Man because I love those photos so much that I was like, oh, I'm actually going to look at paparazzi photos for the first time. I usually avoid them. And every time there's been anything that's like a rumor of a villain, I've found myself feeling like 2014 again, where I was like, they can do that in movies? Like, I've gotten that same childlike hype. So I think Spider-Man marketing is working for me, but I get that that's personal.
Yeah.
I can see where your experience is also true.
Yeah.
Whereas Doomsday is
My truth.
undeniable.
Well, guys, are you excited for this? I'm so excited. The award show is going to be a blast.
We're going to cover it live
Please
every
don't,
year.
please don't please don't make me sit
year.
through that.
I try, guys. Award show fans, all 7 of you, I try every year.
I will look up Conan's monologue and highlights of his jokes, and I will watch the award speeches I care to watch.
Our friend Jasmine is so excited. She decorated her entire house like Oscars and has a little filming area of giant red curtains, and I'll probably watch there so I can have production quality.
What songs are performing?
K-pop
Yeah, it's
and
Golden.
Miles Canton
Oh man, the K-pop one. That's a smart call.
and the Miles Canton, the dude from the Sinners.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
his tiny desk. John, did you see
I
his
have
tiny
not
desk?
yet. Oh shit.
Oh, dude,
All right, Miles Can tiny desk. All
Yeah.
right, all right.
sensational.
Let's
All right,
see.
cool. All right, we should move on then. Got to keep this train a rolling.
All right.
There's going to be a day where Greg can't make the pod, and we're going to hire a producer to do John's job, and we're just going to do a music pod.
Yeah, you and me.
It'll be 2035, but it's going to be great.
you and me.
Oh, it'll be
bro.
great, guys.
Yes, everyone's.
We'll have
gonna love
Alex run
that.
the ones and twos.
Everyone's gonna love everything about that, and we're gonna get so many super chats. You and me. All right, I'm gonna
All
close
right.
the super chats,
Close
gang.
out the super chats.
It's a moment of truth. I understand the implications, and we are gonna.
What's like the? Do we have a quantity amount so I can time this?
Just of minutes that we have left to live.
All right, cool. Let's do it. There, I see the first one there.
All right, March 12, we got Mitch. Let's
Mitch.
jump in.
Thank you, Mitch.
Thank you, Mitch.
Thank you, Mitch.
All right, here we go. Let's get that super chat screen up here really quickly. All right, so what do we get? What do we got? Oh, God, Mitch. Off topic, but would you ever rewatch Breaking Bad on the channel to give your updated feelings and see how it resonates with you? Love you guys.
Maybe down the road. I have been thinking about how to make the commentary stand out a little bit more because we eventually do have to evolve from not solely just reactions. So we have to evolve from that. And
Watch our X-Men movies.
Even today, I was thinking like maybe we should actually pause and talk.
Oh,
I don't think we do that. We did that for Superman. I remember enjoying that process, but it made the editing more difficult. So
yeah, I was going
like,
to say the sync is impossible.
yeah, so like we can't do a watch along for Patreon, but like would they make it more engaging video though if we could just actually pause it and like because sometimes like when we're watching stuff I might see something and I'm like, oh, this is actually setting up this thing in the future, but I don't want to like over talk a bunch of things.
Yeah.
So if we ever get to that point where like a rewatch that is more informative or has more substance to that degree that we can do that where people will tune in, then that's definitely an option. I'm trying to get people to watch it here who have not seen Breaking Bad because I would love to see a reaction to Breaking Bad here.
My favorite show of all time. Anything Breaking Bad, I'm all in. Whether we wait another 10 years and do like a 20th anniversary, like when it's been long enough that it is almost fresh or like a new set of eyes, I'd love that show.
Yeah, it's my favorite show.
I've also
favorite
never
drama.
seen Better Call Saul, so it'd be fun to do Better Call Saul into Breaking Bad to rewatch it from the context of, because I've never seen Better Call Saul, so that would be new, and then Breaking Bad would be like with the context of Saul. That'd be fun, but I haven't seen.
I'll compose a whole edit where we take the Breaking Bad flashbacks, Better Call Saul, and I'm going to do a timeline order version for us to watch.
Topher Grace it up.
We're going to Topher Grace. I mean, no, Topher Grace trimmed down.
He did. He turned out, yeah, you can
Do the Buffy
Give me the
Angel
extended
thing.
cut. Give me the
Do
Snyder cut of Breaking Bad.
But thanks for that super chat, Mitch. Appreciate you. I see
Appreciate ya.
Ethan T's name, so it's better be a better man conversation in here.
Uh-oh, Ethan T. No better man this week.
He's giving up hope.
No, there we go. That's the one I wanted. Anyway, no better man this week, even though I'm still praying with all my heart, just wishing you guys health, wealth, and happiness. Thank
Appreciate
you,
that,
Ethan.
amigo.
It's very kind of you. And we wish it right back on you.
Maybe we'll do better, man. Who knows?
Mason.
I still haven't
maybe.
watched it.
Maybe.
Let's see. Mason Correa. Mason Correa is next. Appreciate you chiming in. John and Greg pod when? Give me a link. I won't tell.
John and Greg. Oh yeah, when's that podcast? You gotta get that thing released. God damn, I'm pissed off.
It's not
This is
relevant
me-
to our
this is me
lives
pissed.
anymore.
This
It's
is
got
me
nothing
pissed.
to do with our waking reality
is-
any longer.
This is me happy. This is me pissed.
Greg's an actor.
I have very
That range.
Yeah.
You need one of those T-shirts that's just all the same face of you with every different emotion listed underneath it in a grid.
Man, maybe we should not go live on Fridays.
Well,
This is the time when everybody's live.
Oh yeah. Well, it's because all the news. I mean, that's
Yeah,
we're
you kinda
summarizing the
wait
week.
for a gathering of news.
Yeah, like when else would we do it? Monday
that
when the
is
news is all the
true.
week old.
That is true.
last week, one day at a time.
Yeah, like it'd be very hard to do on a Wednesday because then it's like half of last week's news and a little bit of this week's news.
I mean, we're trying something out here where we're just trying to do an actual topic. You know, like the old days.
Yeah,
Love it.
I had fun.
I had fun too.
Yeah, that's
what matters.
That's part of what matters.
That's something anyway.
You got to prioritize profit.
Appreciate
Yeah, that's
you,
why it's
mate.
part of
All
what
times.
matters.
Arca, thank you for chiming in. Update from last stream. 22nd birthday went well.
Awesome.
Gonna do something this weekend. What's your guys' weekend plans? Anything for St. Patrick's, Coy? It's Patty's Day this weekend?
It is the 17th, good sir. It is mere days away. So St. Patty's Day this year is, I think, honestly, my first sober St. Patty's since I was 13. I'm on a cut, and I am very aware that not only is every shot roughly 100 calories, but it actually slows your metabolism and changes the way that your digestive enzymes work for 4 days after. So it would be a very big calorie surplus, and it would slow my progress the following week. So unfortunately, I have chosen gains over glugs, and I am very sad about it. But the next day is my fiance's birthday, which I will also be sober for. But I'm going to try to find fun things to do that aren't going to honor my heritage.
No glug March, man.
No glug, man. I've only drank once in the calendar year 2026.
What was the occasion?
I think I wanted to prove to myself I could drink without crying. Like Spidey Cat had passed, and I was like,
okay. I was gonna say.
I hadn't drank, and Spidey Cat had passed, and I was like, if I let this control me in the other way, then it might become a problem if I just drink one. Like, I was afraid of like keeping it all together, and then one day drinking and being like, ah.
I was like,
So-
do we need to have like a beer in hand for you for every reaction where we need you to cry?
Yeah, dude. It might help. But no, I drank to prove I had control. It was more of like a proof of concept for myself.
Cool.
I get it.
Yeah, like I just had to know.
I get you. I actually do get it.
Suddenly 6 months in, if I have a drink, and I'm like, I'm at my wedding.
When I did my cut last year, the first 2 months of it, I was like high every day just to prove I could have self control.
Really?
Yeah, because it increased. Now it's gone. Like now when I don't smoke that often. So now when I do smoke, I'm like, fucking give me everything I can eat right now. I get super hungry, and I have a hard time not caving in.
The challenge itself is fun, but it's been a really this cut's been the hardest cut of my life.
So that's because when I stopped being hot, when I was like, okay, now I'm not gonna smoke weed, and then when I gave up, then it was like fucking easy to commit to because
Yeah.
I wasn't high. So
Yeah,
it was, like,
yeah.
Fucking so simple.
Because this, I mean, I'm down 12 pounds, which I'm proud of, and I'm up 2 pounds of muscle, which is impossible to do while on a cut. But it's been harder than anything I've ever done physically, and I haven't had the progress that I would have. Like, the other hard stuff happened faster because I'm 37. So it's been really hard mentally to be like, I'm 3 months in and this is where we are. Like, that's been a challenge, so I don't want to add the deterrent of drinking.
It does slow it down, man.
Yeah.
It
so
does. It's fucking weird because I'm like, went on another run last night, and I'm like, I was the longest I could run. I've never been into running the way I am into running now, and I'm like, I'm faster and I can go longer. But I've been maintaining like the same weight, and I have drank more. Like I'm usually having like a few drinks
I'm going
every other weekend. So, yeah.
bachelor party, I'm going to
And
drink.
it does affect you, yeah.
Well, bachelor party, I know I'm going to drink, but I also think that'll make it more special. Like,
Yeah.
if I don't drink till bachelor party, then it's not just a weekend of drinking. It's like, an occasion.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to recover from that. And then the wedding, I'm going to drink. But this weekend, I've got a big old run planned for Saturday. I'm going to clean my house. I'm approaching middle age.
What are you doing this weekend, John?
I just discovered St. Patrick's Day is coming up. I forgot the Oscars were on Sunday, so
They are.
maybe something to do with those things. I don't know. I might try and go catch House of Kong.
Nice.
Yeah, the cool Gorillas immersive art exhibit. Otherwise, I will figure it out as I go. In true John fashion.
He'll be there last, but he'll be there last at the end too.
We got a cool gaming event thing tomorrow. Andrew, Aaron, John, Maturin, and myself. So that'll be fun. That'll be something neat to look out for on the socials.
You guys are on assignment.
What are you doing, G? No, we are there for the assignment of fun. What are you doing?
What's your weekend, Greg?
I got to go to a birthday party for some kid I hate.
I wish
Turning
I had
3,
a
I
camera
hear.
for you.
I hate that
really
kid.
do.
3's the worst age anyway.
Gosh, she's not going to even remember it.
If you know anything about this kid, you know she will remember.
And I have to work on the channel quite a bit actually. There's a lot of things I got to work on. That's going to take a lot of time. So I got to do that before the party, a little bit after, and then most of my Sunday would be committed to that.
I live stream every Saturday now for the same reason we do Friday for like the catch up of the news week, and it really changes like weekends because I'm like I can't drink Friday because I'm live streaming Saturday, and then I end up working all day Saturdays. Then Sunday's just like getting stuff done. Like I don't really have weekends anymore because of the choice to do Saturday, but it's like oh yeah, it's the weekend and it's St. Patty's Day.
Yep, we're older now.
We're killing it.
Responsibilities happen.
We're killing it.
But to life's credit, a lot of the time I will find myself like I have a big work weekend, all the stuff that's not filming, and then I might go out on a Saturday, and then I'm like, fuck it, let's have a few drinks and smoke some weed. And I still end up indulging.
Yeah.
But then the Sunday is like, now fucking
what
punish
have I
yourself and recover.
Sweat it out.
Fucking don't eat for 16 hours. Let's
You
go.
gotta indulge sometimes, once in a while.
But 22,
in moderation.
22 is none of these things. 22, you should live because your body can recover.
Whore yourself out.
Yeah,
Yes.
make choices.
Be a
Get
prostitute.
pregnant. Have
Make
uncomfortable
bank.
conversations with your family.
Wear a condom or make him. Either way, but have fun.
Do something.
Everyone gets a condom.
Yeah.
Get into a hit and run. Anyway, what's the next question?
Recipient? Are they running in traffic? What's happening? Anyway, next question.
All the above. All right, here we go. Thank you, Arca.
No,
Sebastian
thank you.
Yuns. Let's go! Love you guys per usual. Woo! Friday.
Thank you, Sebastian. Thank you,
Love it.
Sebastian.
Sebastian,
Zeal.
you're freaking.
I love the zeal.
Chad, if we did a live event in Burbank, California, would you guys come to it?
Would you fly to Burbank?
Type yes or no in the chat. We should ask that question every week.
And then never do one.
No, we should do it every week. 'Cause you're gonna get enough. We gotta
build.
We gotta condition everyone here to be like, I do want to see them live.
Yeah.
I do want to go there.
Live
in person.
events are my jam.
You need to start every show with like an improv round of suggestions.
Yeah.
That way people...
Give us a location.
Start
Epstein Island.
What's something you were reading recently? The Epstein Files! What's one thing you hate? Messy redactions! All right. Anyway, thank you, Sebastian. Appreciate you. Diego Guevara. Appreciate you.
Hey, man.
These DDBA teasers have been fucking insane.
Don't want to watch anymore. We're gonna watch a show soon. I just finished my rewatch of Born Again. Rewatch homework. That's a good show.
It's a good. I think I liked it more than the rest of us on the first watch, but on the second watch, I'm like, this is fantastic.
I liked it more on my rewatch.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Because I remember you being you were a little reluctant.
I think it works better as a binge, personally.
Interesting. Okay.
I do think it works better as one whole versus a week to week.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of the flaws that I found with it still remain, but I definitely get its intentions much more on a rewatch, and I do think season 2 will probably be really
can't wait.
great. It is sad how I don't feel the hype for it.
It's
Which is
interesting
kinda
because
crazy.
there-
outside of Diego Guevara's super chat, I
gets
don't
it.
feel the hype for it.
What's interesting is we talked about marketing earlier, but I don't know what the solutions are, but I'm not in marketing. But like, I am very aware that they have been marketing it. I just don't feel it.
Well, the lack of hype because Daredevil Born Again season 1 was hype.
Yeah.
That was really hyped up, and I think the mixed response on it is very, very clear. As much as some people don't like hearing that or don't want to contend with that and be like, you don't fucking know comics, that is so true by the fact that season 2 definitely does not have that same level of anticipation or hype because I think there was so much desire for. This is the sad reality I think a lot of people have to contend with is the it's subjective, but you can also see that it's definitely the conversation that's happened is there was so much pining and fighting to get Daredevil back, but with Daredevil back, that's also let's get Wilson Fisk back, let's get Kingpin back. And it's not just we fought for that, then we got Daredevil born again. Like Charlie Cox's cameo in Spider-Man No Way Home was great. Wilson Fisk, on the other hand, that's when I think the erosion started to happen. You know, Hawkeye.
That's why Hawkeye's so low on my TV list, is because I think it really hurt the multiverse.
It really hurt Wilson Fisk, which in turn hurts Daredevil.
Yeah.
And then I think, and then of course Echo as well affected. And yeah, there is something when I watch this new season, I'm like, he's doing all the Wilson Fisk stuff, but I do think there's a way you have to literally frame Kingpin to get the aura and the imposingness and the stature that I think the Netflix shows knew how to really do. The way you shoot Wilson Fisk specifically is how you do it, and I do think he gets stronger in the last couple of episodes, which ironically enough is Justin and Aaron's
Yeah, who
episode.
we have me hope for the season 2. Yeah,
that's when I think he does get like much stronger, and I like the ending of how ugly the world is of Born Again. Like it's super scuzzy, and like the fact that he's like controlling the police and everything. Like I like where it ends a lot.
yeah.
So yeah, I know some people like fucking hate that show, and I like it more on the rewatch.
I'm excited for the Punisher show too, or the special presentation,
Yeah,
which is also this year.
Punisher show is gonna be so cool.
Red. Let me ask you something, Red.
My son.
I really hope he says he has to tell me something in Odyssey. I really do.
Gotta get my Punisher special.
What's Tom Holland's name in that movie?
Let me tell you about this horse.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about these Trojans.
Let me tell you something. I faced this.
Who knows Odysseus?
Can't wait.
It's Cyclops. Let me ask you something.
Most of John Berthol's acting's in the head shaking. Yeah.
But I love it.
No.
He's one of those actors where like he does John Bernthal, but he does it so well. Like I love the John Bernthal flavor enough that I'm okay with it.
Yeah, no. He's always.
But he's
very-
such like a bro in interviews, man.
Oh, dude, he's such a vibe.
Yeah, I don't really find myself to be that cool of a guy. He's like such a
I've talked to
bro.
him in person like 3 times, and every time I'm
Yeah.
like, "Why are you the most likable?" But then on camera, you're like, "I'm gonna fucking kill him. I'm gonna fucking kill him."
I'm an actor. I'm
Yeah.
down here.
Because it's like one thing and the opposite, and John Bernthal.
But when I'm interviewing, I'm like a Los Angeles sounding guy.
I'm also a great listener. I'm really good. I'm pensive. I focus. I'm here with you, kid.
But now I'm acting.
It's a real missed opportunity. He didn't call his podcast. Let me ask you something.
Oh my God. You're right.
Yeah.
Real ones is great and all, but just saying. And anyway, has watched the whole show, reads the comics, all that stuff.
He has read the comics.
I've read the comics. but,
I
fell,
that part was true.
I fell off the show. I'm sorry. Daredevil for me.
I would say the thing is I know Invincibles. It's because you have sometimes an aversion to animation properties in terms of
I just don't connect
the medium.
The medium,
of
yeah, I
it.
connect differently.
So that's what a lot of it comes down to. Now, as a fan of both, I'm already like, Invincible's always great. It's gonna be great. I don't have to worry about it. It's fucking Invincible. Even when it has like a slump of a little episode here or there, it's always fucking great. Daredevil Born Again, on the other hand, I'm more excited for because this is something where I think they have to do some correction. You know,
Yeah.
even
And
as-
I think them being in control, I'm more intrigued by what a whole show of theirs looks like.
I would love to like. I know a lot of people. I mean, you've talked with them. You've interviewed Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio. I would love to like interview Charlie Cox and do a deep dive on it. I feel like no one asks about the Catholic side, and I would have like. I feel like I'd have so many questions about the Catholic side of Matt Murdock.
As a devout Catholic, I had a lot of questions about how he handled it and the guilt and.
I feel like
what he
people shy
thought.
away from the questions, and I'm like, it's such a big part of Matt
No,
Murdock.
it totally is.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't have it. Like I ask you all the time, like, what's that mean? Like I would. It was such a. My thing was coming from a place of like the physicality, and I really love talking to him because I know his stunt double.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to hear like when they would change off and like how he handled that aspect of Daredevil because usually actors aren't as involved as Charlie Cox is.
Yeah.
But it was cool talking to Vincent D'Onofrio about Turtles. He didn't know Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was the same ooze. I got to tell Kingpin that he's canon with the Turtles.
That's fucking cool. And I would like to talk to him about them both. I want to ask about how they developed the voice for both of those characters.
It was really interesting looking back on that interview because I was talking to them right as they had just canceled the original version and they were going back to film the one that came out. So I was talking to them when they knew what the show was going to be, but also were just leaving the old one. So they were like dancing two worlds of not answering. And Marvel was physically at the panel on the side of the stage, and I'd never had that happen before.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was intense. It was an hour of being like Feige'd.
Good interview.
He wasn't there.
Good interviews.
Good interview.
Thanks for the question.
Appreciate you, George. All righty. Look, we got Captain Fernandez chiming in. The discourse, quote unquote, surrounding the various Oscars nominees has convinced me they need to air them much earlier. It's been way too toxic this year.
Oh, thanks, Captain Fernandez, for chiming in here. And what exactly do you think they mean by air them earlier?
Just how late in the year it is. There's been a longer campaign season because you put out the Oscar movies like November, December. So this is like 5 months now of time. I think the part of the thing is people have had time to get bored and look for stuff.
What is your favorite of the Oscar-nominated Best Pictures?
One Battle After Another,
Okay.
and then Train Dreams, and then Sinners are all movies that I'd be happy if they won.
Okay.
Train Dreams is like my sleeper. It broke me. Like that's one of the most emotionally connected I've felt to a film. And then One Battle After Another. So One Battle After Another felt like if I stayed a Boston college anarchist liberal violent person that I wanted to become, and usually you're not very good at it. And that to me felt like Leo. Leo felt like what fumbling anarchist I could have been. Yeah. And then Train Dreams feels like my heritage. Like my great grandfather was a lineman up the Appalachian Mountains, and like it was crazy to watch Train Dreams because I felt like Joel Edgerton was playing someone my grandfather would know. Yeah. So I really connected to my ancestry through Train Dreams, and I really connected to my other future through One Battle.
I have been itching to rewatch One Battle. John and Andrew just had a reaction go up this morning.
Oh,
did.
And you could tell how strong audiences are in this Oscar season. But coming in as a 10 of 10.
Oh, no. Really?
Oh, no.
Wow.
Very.
This is the people are like, why are you taking so long? Because I knew it would be a 10 of 10.
That's crazy.
I was like, I'm trying to do it closer to the Oscars because maybe there'll be a hype.
Sinners is like one of the most timeless movies we've had up for Best Picture. Like I think that movie's going to stand the test of time. In 10 years, we'll still talk about Sinners.
Yeah.
But I just was so connected to those two that if any three of those win, I'm happy. How about you?
This very well could just be because it's the most recent one I saw. I didn't have much anticipation for Marty Supreme. I'm generally not, out of everything I said about Timothée Chalamet, I'm generally not like in love with his work. I've always liked his work, but I've never been like over the moon. He's been one of those guys who's like, why is he so, the next DiCaprio or whatever the fuck? Yet I never quite connected with him. Then again, there's so many movies. I haven't seen that one where he's like a drug addict with Steve Carell, whatever the one that's called.
Beautiful Boy.
Beautiful Boy. I think that's, yeah, you might be right about that. So yeah, I have never fully loved it, but it blew me away by how fucking like effective it was. And that has been like one of my favorite, it's like no, it's still Eddington, but I would say that was like my favorite of the Oscar movies, and it is my favorite performance of the year personally.
Okay. That
being said, Michael B. Jordan winning, I like, yes, that is like, it was a bit of a toss up for me. If Michael B. Jordan wins, I'm like, yeah, fucking go for it. Like,
yeah.
I'd be more than happy if you won. I'd be thrilled if he wins. Yeah, absolutely. That's an interesting conversation though about Michael B. Jordan because he's nominated for two people, right?
Right.
And
he's incredible at both. So
the conversation is like, is one of those performances as strong as Timothée Chalamet's, or is it the fact that they're putting in two? Should it matter that we're counting two different characters though? Do you get where I'm going with that?
Yeah. I found Smoke and Stack more memorable than Marty Supreme, and he's the title character.
Oh, really? Okay.
So for me, when I think of Sinners, I think of how impressive it was that Smoke and Stack had different goals, mannerisms, arcs, perspectives. And so those two performances I find more memorable than Marty Supreme, who is the entirety of that film. Yeah. Like Marty Supreme is the whole movie to the point where he is making the wrong decision every time, and everyone is suffering for it.
I love that.
And that was hard for me to connect to because That's
why I love it. He's so fucking, he's the worst person.
I would want to hurt him.
Yeah. He's
and
awful.
Smoke and Stack are in a horrible situation doing mostly the right thing, even in the wrong situation. Like they're in the situation that they couldn't get out of. Marty put himself in situations that made his life worse and ruined everyone's life around him. So I get that's the point of the movie. I just didn't connect to that as a person that wants to like cause harm to those people. Like I think we need to hurt those people.
I know you're yes, 100%. I have I'm that audience member that like, oh man, if you get me to weirdly root for a guy I really shouldn't be rooting for like at all, like almost no redeeming qualities, like Smoke and Stack have some redeeming qualities.
That's the beautiful thing about their situation.
Like even like when they shoot a guy in the ass to make a point, but they're like, well, here's some money. Like they have they're still doing this because you can feel that this is for like their community here, so there is a redemption quality, whereas like Marty Supreme weaponizes it being Jewish to try to do his benefit. He's not doing anything for like the Jewish community or something like that.
I think it's the funniest performance. I think Marty Supreme's hilarious.
I really, after all the interviews I saw,
not in a bad way. I think it's hilarious, like on purpose.
Okay,
Marty Supreme.
Out of all the interviews I was seeing of him and hearing the hype, the last thing I expected to do was only see Marty and not see Timothée Chalamet. And because of that, I was like, oh wow, I'm fucking like
you were in.
Yeah, I was mesmerized. It was the only time I've ever been that swept up in like I only see a character.
And I saw two different. Like I didn't see Michael B. Jordan. I saw two different people and didn't see Michael B. Jordan.
That should not be discounted. Like
so to me, that was like
fucking them passing the cigarette to each other, and you feel like they're two different people in the room, and it's so easy to acclimate to like so quick.
And they cut to one of them 20 minutes into the movie, and I know which one. Like at no point was I like, was that Smoke or Stack? Like I was in, and then I love the ending. I love the use of post-credit format for one of them without giving anything away. And I also think the film is one of those movies that will be more reverent to as time goes on.
Definitely.
And it's already reverent.
Oh, it's undoubtedly like in terms of like, what's a film that's important?
Yeah.
Like Sinners is one of those, like of what it's done for Ryan Coogler, what he did with The Deal, culturally speaking, the fact that it's a box office hit, the horror genre, like on almost every level, I feel like Sinners, Sinners is not my favorite movie of the year, yet I feel like one battle after another it looks like it's going to win.
One Battle's my favorite movie, and I'm still rooting for Sinners if that is the thing.
That's the thing. It's like Sinners not my favorite movie of the year. It's one of my favorites, but it's not my
it's in my top 10
it's
as
not
well.
My personal top. But I am actually hoping that one wins over the others. I feel like it is the most impactful and significant one of them all.
It's what's tricky about, like, people ask what and I'm going to make a video one day. Like, I have 25 movies that are 5-star, right? Like, there are, in my opinion, 25 movies that I've given that perfect, impossible 5-star to. I don't think they're perfect, but they're the closest to perfection's impossible. But there are movies that are 4.5-star movies for me that are my favorite over those. Like, A Knight's Tale is higher than some of my 5-star film, and it's 4.5 because of my connection and my journey with it.
Yeah.
And that's the same with Oscars. Like, if Sinners gets Best Picture over One Battle, even though it's lower on my list, I still go like, well, Best Picture.
Yeah.
So
the layers to Sinners are unmatched. The fact that you can watch it without even like mining a lot of the whatever cultural nuances, like the amount of times I've heard videos, FD Signifier has talked so much about Sinners that it has like so many layers, because I'm not a black person. I haven't had the black culture experiences. I don't know if you know this.
I'm not black. Learned something about Greg today.
Let me explain some stuff to you.
Oh,
But it like the way how it, when people dissect it, and I hear like a commentator like FD Signifier break it down, like, oh shit, I never knew that. Like, I feel like I literally got like an enhanced educational experience from it, and I fucking loved it right out of the gate without knowing all these really understanding all these additional layers. So that's the kind of film that I really do. Actually, might be one my now that we're talking about, like maybe it is one like my top two. I don't know.
I definitely want to rewatch it because I got it on 4K and I want to watch it like pristinely.
Yeah.
And I remember loving it when we saw it, but I also like, I think One Battle and Others, just emotional connection is making it hard for me to separate my view versus the movie.
Yeah.
Because I just connected so much with that movie's everything. Like
Yeah.
One Battle just felt so personal. Like one of those movies where I was like, how did they make something that is so my shit?
Yeah.
And same with Train Dreams, which I didn't expect to be riveted by. It was like a Netflix movie. It got acquired by Netflix, but I wasn't expecting to turn on Netflix and be like, this will change me.
I'll say it. I saw the trailer. I haven't been compelled to watch it.
Dude, it's so good.
But it looks like a movie I'm going to have to like, all right, let's get in serious mode.
I've seen it 3 times. I loved it. It's like reading a book that will change your life. And that is in both good and bad format. Like you're going to have to digest it, but it's sensational.
It is unanimously the movie this season that people have gone out of their way to be like, I threw this on, and yeah, that's sort of like, I felt like I had to be in the mood for it, but like it really impacted me.
I never touched my phone. I think about it probably once a week. It like changed my perspective of how I navigate time, and it It's just so beautiful. It's special. It feels like a poem. It feels like the first time you discover Kerouac or Hemingway. It's so unique in its voice. It's so good. Train Dreams.
Who's Kerouac and Hemingway?
They're talk show hosts.
They'll return in Avengers Doomsday. You'll find
Yeah, they're
out
the new
later.
Avengers.
Yeah.
What is
You'll
a
meet them in
Kerouac?
Doomsday.
Kerouac is a Pokemon.
Okay, sorry. Let's move.
All right. Thank you, Captain Fernandez.
All right, do we have enough for clip outs?
Have we done our job
Have we done
profiting?
our job? Now let's
Never.
breeze through this.
All right, Jillian Guerrero.
Oscar clips?
Or Jules, you got your choice in how you address Julian here. All right, Goodings Day to you all. Always enjoy listening to the live stream before work. A little random, but have you guys seen the show Everwood? I recently checked it out and loved it. All the love from Canada. Isn't Everwood the one with the freaking
Small Soldiers.
Small Soldiers kid? Yeah.
And the guy who replaced in the Substitute sequel.
Oh wow.
Have you seen The Substitute?
I have not seen any Substitute.
We need to bring back substitute teacher movies.
What is the
Yeah,
Substitute?
there's a
Is that
void.
what is
There
it?
is a void. Good.
That's the
Yeah.
subgenre
Summer
I'm
school,
missing most.
Coach movies and
The
substitute teacher movies.
There hadn't been a lot of coach movies. My
No.
childhood, there was so much.
Yeah.
Coach Carter,
Where's
remember the Titans?
Where's the coach movies and where's the substitute teacher movies?
We Are Marshall. What is happening? The
God
lack of
damn it.
education and the lack of education movies.
And the lack of coaching.
Half Nelson.
Yeah, that's what. That's a really dark movie, man.
It really is. I love that movie. I almost mentioned it in my interview, and I was like, I'm not going to take this distraction. I don't want to bring up Lars and the Real Girl was as close as I got.
Yeah, I've never seen Everwood.
I haven't either. Sorry.
I just remember it being, the kid from Small Soldiers.
Ryan Gosling plays a teacher in Project Hail Mary, if that helps.
That's cool.
We'll have to check it out.
Stephen
Full React series.
Stephen McQueen was Stephen. It's not Steve McQueen. Stephen McQueen, who's in Vampire Diaries. I briefly knew him for like the littlest bit, and I knew him at the time when he booked the show Everwood,
That's awesome.
and that's my story.
Of Everwood.
That's the most I know about Everwood. Is I once knew a guy who was a guest star for a couple of episodes on the show Everwood.
Guy with an unfortunately confusingly distinct name, with not only a classic actor but a current director to contend with.
Yeah, that ends doing some
A
heavy
lot of
lifting.
Steve. A lot of
Yeah, not Steve McQueen, the director.
Yeah, or Steve McQueen, the iconic actor. Steven.
Stephen McQueen. Yeah.
Stephen McQueen.
Very important announcement. It right now, today, is Bucky Barnes' birthday.
No
Bucky
way.
Barnes, moderator. Always
Thank him.
on a one. Bucky
Thank you,
Barnes.
Bucky. Thanks for
Happy
catching.
birthday.
Thank you, Bucky, for holding down the fort.
We love Bucky out here. Not getting
Appreciate
enough
you,
flowers
Winter
last
Soldier.
stream, so you get all the flowers today.
And Julian, thank you for the super chat.
Jules, appreciate you. All righty, here we go. Deadshot always hits his mark. Hey guys, watch your X-Men Origins reaction, and it was a
Thanks.
fun vid. Movie is bad, but I can see it as a very terrible false memory that Weapon X program, like in the comics.
Love that take. What good canon. Also, that is the last video I checked the comments on because I had no more. That was my breaking point. Was people being mad at us for not liking a bad movie. It was the craziest comment boards I've ever read. Like, it was just actually insane. That movie is objectively not good. People think I like everything. I was talking about a movie that no one likes, and apparently the 500 people that do were real mad.
It's
Yeah.
the 15-year rule. It's an underlooked gem now.
Now
Hey.
it's a cult classic.
Every movie gets a fan base at
And
the end of the day.
I'm happy that
And when you do a video that has 40,000 views, you're bound to get some people
that
who are
actually
like,
like it.
you guys don't get this.
And I don't. And I
This
was nice to
movie
break.
that even the stars of the film have disowned.
Everyone remade movies to avoid that one existing. They've canonically
Yeah.
called it, but it's good.
It is.
But X-Men Origins, we watched the Wolverine extended cut yesterday, and we were discussing how it's a fascinating trilogy of Wolverine films because there's never been a trilogy where each one has gotten phenomenally better than the other one.
Yeah, because usually they don't start at a 1.
Yeah.
So it's incredible that like the next one is like a solid like B.
Wolverine-
and then
yeah.
Logan's, I mean, from memory, incredible.
Logan's one of the greatest comic book movies of all time.
I cannot wait to rewatch it. But
Yeah.
the Wolverine is so much better than the Origins. And then Logan's so much better than the Wolverine.
Yeah.
Because, usually you don't get a trilogy when you start there.
It's
crazy.
Rare opportunity to fail upward.
Yeah. And I'm really excited for Logan.
All right. Thank you, Deadshot. Appreciate that. Let's do Brock 52. Happy Friday. It's
Brock.
my daughter Olivia's 8th birthday. And fun fact,
amazing.
daughter Olivia is named after Greg's wife, Olivia.
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Woo!
Happy birthday. Was she like, Daddy, buy me an ice cream. It's only $2. And he was like, no, I want to give the real rejects these $2 today instead. But Daddy, it's the last $2 I have. Honey, leave me alone. This is the only joy I get. I thought I bring you joy, Daddy.
This took a turn.
Olivia, please. This is how I get my dopamine.
I am deficient. This will last longer than the ice cream.
I'll read this
can't
back
have-
later.
Daddy
We can
can't have
replay
ice
this. You can't replay ice cream.
It's all about you today, okay? I need some
This is
attention.
what I need.
I need some appreciation.
Yeah, all we ever do is focus on you for your birthday. The rest of us here too.
Without me, you don't have a birthday.
Yeah. So
Happy birthday,
some
Olivia.
respect.
Happy birthday, Olivia. Hope
birthday,
you
Olivia.
enjoyed
Happy
it.
8th birthday!
We love you. All right. Let's do one more super chat, and then let's check on the Streamlabs. Hey, Alan Smithy.
Hey, buddy, always here.
Love Alan Smithy. What's up, my reject homies? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Curious. Do you guys ever react to films or shows on physical media? Does does your studio have a disc player, or are you guys mostly streaming at this point?
99.9% of the time, we be streaming, man.
Yeah.
We be streaming. We don't have an actual, like, Blu-ray plugged in or something like that. We don't have a device.
I'm the one with all the weird disk drives for if we need to like source something, but even then we're not watching from discs, we're ripping from discs.
I'm back to discs at home though. I mean, I've always been in physical media, but if I have it, I'm no longer streaming movies because I got a 4K player for Christmas, and I did a side by side of picture quality with like my fiber internet watching and then the 4K, and it is cartoonishly better on disc because it's 4,000 lines of resolution. So I've actively been getting out of the habit of the ease of like click, and I like supporting physical media.
Did you bring Anya to look at the side-by-sides?
I did.
Be like, do you see? Look at the speck on his face here.
Do you see his
speck."
pores?
And she's like,
The pores are so.
I don't see a damn dip. No, there's a difference.
And the
honey.
audio was crazy different. I set up my audio. I have Kef speakers, and I have 2 full 3-foot Kef speakers, 2 bookshelf speakers that are nice 2/3 that are also beautiful. I have a sound system, and I got a microphone, and I set up my sound system so the acoustics are for the room. So I programmed my speakers to be the right acoustics for the physical room, and I had Anya stand in the spot where I perfected it in the middle of the vectors,
nice.
and had her listen to the difference of 4K, and she could hear the difference,
Yeah.
if not see. But I did set up 2 TVs, one on top of the other, and I did both like a crazy person.
She said she could hear to get out of the conversation.
She definitely was like, "You spent 6 hours setting this up."
Oh
You have
wow,
5
my
minutes.
mind is so blown. I need to go take a nap.
I'm gonna
Can I leave now?
I'm gonna shut and lock the door for a bit, but that's not personal.
Yeah, I'm just reflecting on this experience.
I did it with the Batman. It was awesome to watch the
that'd be
Batman
cool,
in 2
actually.
formats.
I'd be down.
Pretty
was
sick,
dope.
yeah.
Oh, let's do this.
All right, here we go. Let's
I love the Streamlabs. They hack the system here.
do a switchy. Yeah. That's
You
what we
gotta
love.
respect the hacking of the system.
We love cunning fans here at the Reject Nation. Dan V900, let's do it. I am very conflicted over the Lanterns trailer. It's what they said it would be, but it's not what I want for a Green Lantern show. Hard traveling heroes with Ollie and Hal isn't the same as Hal training John. I'm expecting Hal to die, which would be a ... second comment waste of the character. I'm tired of waiting until the finale to have someone in their suit, which is also what I'm expecting. I do think the show will be good on its own merits, but it's clear Kyle Rayner is getting skipped. Feels more Elseworld to me. What say thee?
Do you think Hal Jordan will die?
If he does, it'll be Parallax. That's one of the most famous things Hal Jordan does is die.
Do you not feel like we deserve? Do you not feel like we should get a proper Hal Jordan?
I assume it won't be this season. I think it'll happen later. I think people are assuming it's this season. I think we'll get him a little longer personally. But dead cops.
No more dead cops.
But like, I don't know. I'm not a giant. I don't know. I'm not the biggest like devout Hal Jordan guy like I know a lot of people are. So I don't want to disrespect Hal Jordan fans. I just never connected to the character. He's such a golden age. Kyle Rayner is more interesting to me. He's my favorite Lantern. I think Jon Stewart's more interesting than Hal Jordan. I also, from the trailer, thought we got more Hal Jordan than I was expecting. It seems more like a two-hander than a Jon Stewart show with Hal Jordan. I think like Hal Jordan had more lines in the trailer.
Yeah,
to me, it felt like a duo show. I didn't get the Hal Jordan being.
I feel like Kyle Chandler was the lead.
Yeah, so I don't get that approach that a lot of people are like, why is it, Hal Jordan not the lead? To me, it felt like he was the lead.
Oh.
So
Is that a thing that people say? I thought for sure he's the lead of the show. He definitely looks like he's the lead.
to me, that's the vibe I got. But that's the internet. The internet's complaining that Hal Jordan is being. I mean, maybe I'm misinterpreting, but it sounds like he's saying the same. But yeah, I'm not as beholden to Hal Jordan, so I don't. I'm more excited in the story they decide to tell because of the team behind it. Like, I'm a bigger fan of Tom King, Damon Lindelof, and Chris Mundy than I am of Hal Jordan. So I'm more excited to see whatever story they want to tell than I'm attached to the character of Hal Jordan. Because Kyle Rayner's my Lantern and Jon Stewart's a little bit more interesting. That said, I will say I worry that Jon Stewart is going to get Kyle Raynered, and then we won't get Kyle Rayner. Like, he seems to be a little bit more of like cop on the edge. Like, Jon Stewart seems to be the young novice to the Riggs. It's interesting. They're subverting the Riggs Murtaugh thing where it feels like Hal Jordan's more the cop on the edge as the older cop, and then the younger cop is going to be a little bit more by the book. But Jon Stewart is so different than Kyle Rayner. He's not as fun. He's more regimented. He follows rules. He's part of a system. He's military. I'm curious to see that side of him. But this is a 2-minute trailer, so I didn't see anything that shows me that isn't the case. I just hope they don't make him an amalgamation of my favorite Lanterns.
That's fair. We'll see, man. Sorry, Dan V900, that you're not digging the trailer, but who knows? Maybe by the time it comes out, you'll actually enjoy it.
Hopefully, man.
Maybe. Well, who knows? But you know who else might know something is Anonymous. Appreciate you chiming in. Anonymous says, can't wait for the reaction to the Man on Fire TV show. I just discovered this was a thing yesterday.
Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we won't. Yaya's in it.
Oh. I do love the Timothee in the second.
That was an excellent beat.
Yeah, no, he's great, man. I have yet to see a project with Yaya that isn't elevated by Yaya, so I'm excited. And Man on Fire is a great movie, so.
I don't know if they're all. I know there was like a Man on Fire movie, and then there was a Denzel movie with Man on Fire, and then now there's a TV show. I don't know if they're all like the same
One
thing.
canon.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like I don't know if the Denzel movie is a remake of that one.
Like the Equalizer, we found it was a remake, and I was like, what?
yeah. So I don't know what's what, but yeah, Abdul Mateen, man, he is the shit.
Yeah.
I'm excited he's just getting that chance
Absolute vodka.
to have a show drop for one weekend and then people not talk about it.
I'm
again.
excited for people to talk about it for 48 to 72 hours.
Yeah.
All right, we got a couple from Steven here. Stefan, thank you for chiming in. First up, which do you think is worse? X-Men Origins Wolverine or Batman and Robin?
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
For me, I like the two of them, and Dark Phoenix is worse than the two of them put together.
I've
Respectfully disagree.
only seen it one time, but I don't know where I'll stand until we get there. But off of the feeling, off of the one time I've seen it, I think I prefer Dark Phoenix over them both.
I remember liking Dark Phoenix more than either, but we will see soon. We haven't watched it recently.
We'll be excited to find out what your last stand
Ah,
will be on that. Steven
will we
goes
be
on.
united?
Yeah. X2. All right, here we go. Steven goes on to say, went to see The Bride on Monday evening, and there was no one else in the screen. Yet Scream 7, which was a pile of shit, is higher in box office. Why do you think this is? Jesse Buckley knocked out of the park in this.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. Scream 7 is a beloved franchise with a very big fan base around it who wanted to see the movie, and they're capitalizing on nostalgia in the marketing, whereas The Bride looks like
Alternate take on something, so I feel like you're going away from what's familiar.
Also,
with The Bride.
I didn't love either, but quality does not equal quantity of seats filled. 28 years later, The Bone Temple did not do well, and I loved it. It did so not well that I don't know if we're still getting a third one, and that's one of my favorite movies in years. So quality is relative, but also doesn't mean people are going to see it.
They should just do a streaming movie then.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Yeah. I'm down. Finally get that return of Mr. Murphy.
We should put it
in
on
part
the PlayStation Network.
yeah, that'd be
Sony
great.
streamer, the PlayStation Network. Do you remember when they tried to put shows on PlayStation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Powers, like a Brian Michael Bendis show, was a PlayStation exclusive.
Oh, yeah.
They had their own little network for like 2 years.
They should bring it back.
Bring it back.
Do it. They should do it. All right. Thank you, Steven. Who do we got next? We got another Dan V. Here we G. Last ye, I'd say Fackham Hall, sorry, was the most underrated comedy. The trailer promoted it as a Downton Abbey parody, but it's just really funny. All the praise this year for Nirvana the band, the show, the movie is deserved. It's a great Back to the Future film. What?
I don't know anything about that movie, but it sounds like a fun time. What is the follow-up question that he has?
Let us see. As Dan V goes on to say, speaking of marketing and release dates, have your thoughts changed on Supergirl's release date? Masters of the Universe, Scary Movie 6, Disclosure Day, and Toy Story 5 all came out weekly before it. And Scary Movie just moved up a week. The weekend after is Minions 3, followed by Moana and Odyssey.
This summer's so crazy. I don't know where you'd move it. Like, it's just stacked this summer. Like, you just listed a lot of stuff. I don't know where it would go.
Well, I think hopefully the idea there was a time in the summer where everyone didn't go like there's too many. They would
Yeah,
just
we
go,
used to
"There's-
enjoy there being a lot of movies
Yeah,
out.
we used to enjoy that. There's
Why in my day, 3 releases was a good thing.
A big movie every weekend, and now that's where theaters need to go back to.
Yeah.
Is where there's a big movie every weekend for a certain amount of time. And hopefully that is more of the case versus.
We need more people in theaters.
Yeah, exactly. Because then, like sometimes, Master of the Universe is a new movie. It's too big. It's sold out. Oh, but I haven't seen Disclosure Day yet. I don't know the release date order of these things. But let's go watch Disclosure Day then instead. So
Or it's 12 o'clock, and there's not a showing of that till 2. I'll go see this.
Yeah, there used to be a time like that. So we need to go back to hope. That's what theaters need to kind of go back to.
I used to call a phone number and have a robot tell me when the times were, and then I'd
Yeah.
get the newspaper and go to the place and be like, it's this time. And that's how I'd pick my movie.
Oh, before reserve seating.
Yeah, you'd get there early. You look at a piece of paper and it'd tell you.
Yeah.
Why in my day,
Used to wait in line for hours for some movies.
I worked at a theater when we didn't have reserved seating, and it was crazy to like engineer the line. Like I worked 2 towers, and like getting people into those seats was such a, because those are passionate fans.
Yeah.
That was crazy. My first big release was 2 towers. That was crazy. No reserved seats. 620 seat cinemas.
Wow.
Yeah, we had our 2 big ones. 1 and 14 were 620 seats. So you'd have 1,200 people waiting in 2 lines.
I waited like 12 hours in line for that movie and I dozed off.
Oh no!
Definitely fell asleep during the end scenes.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. Yeah.
All
crazy
those
times.
endings. All right, here we go. We got Steven. One last one on here from the Streamlabs. Thoughts on Arnold Schwarzenegger in talks to return to Predator, a Commando sequel, and a Conan sequel. All of the above.
Ever since he became governor, he just hasn't been on top.
I was thinking about the Conan sequel and how he would have been in the exact right age when he was governor.
Yeah.
Like an aged but still like physically vital and like ready Conan is canon, and that would have been cool. But like that was a little bit ago.
He hasn't had a hit, right, since he stopped being governor, like a true hit.
I watched videos about the animals live in his house.
He had he's had like good interviews. He did Fubar, which had a really good season 1, but season 2 got canceled.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's had like all his movies have been bad. I'm talking about like
a
hits.
hit.
Because he set out to not be a great actor. He set out to be a celebrity.
star. And he was for
set
a
out to be-
decade.
he was like the biggest
Yeah.
star.
But
And-
Stallone's had hits more recently, I think.
We had
And
Creed.
Expendables he was in, but I don't think of it as an Arnie movie.
Not at all. That's an Arnie cameo.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. Like
Yeah.
I can't think of where Stallone had the Expendables franchise, and like
Yeah.
Stallone has had.
Yeah. Like not even the escape. I mean, it was Escape Plan even. They had like DVD sequels, but I don't know if they. I don't.
Yeah, there's a lot of like Walmart-y Arnold's hits.
I mean, Terminator Dark Fate is what comes up as the most recent thing he was involved with that like made big money, but that's
But it wasn't
obviously not
considered a
like
hit.
a hit among the fan base and people in
and
general.
box office wise.
I'm very curious how any of that does. I think Predator could be exciting because of how Predator ends and, you know, the way that Trachtenberg is setting up this universe. That'd be a cool way to do like that character. I can see his age, but like Commando would have to be the Creed route where it's like a passing of the torch. Conan is a character like Odin in points of the comics. Like you can do like an Odin Conan. It would have been better in the Governator era. But I'm curious.
Expendables 2.
I think out of the three of these, the only one that would actually be successful is Predator. I don't think a Commando sequel would be big. It's not. It's like it wouldn't be big. Like it's big. It's big for Arnold fans,
Right.
But these other movies, like, and Conan is an IP that they try to make big, and but it doesn't ever quite get to the level that you think it would be at. Predator is the one that I feel like would be the most exciting one.
Especially right now with where Predator is culturally.
Yeah. I think people would actually be excited for him to be in a Predator movie.
Yeah.
That one. But I think a Commando sequel is like, why? Who gives a shit? And I think Conan sequel, I think that's long gone at this point.
I think Conan would be the most interesting, but it's weird. I feel like Conan would be the most interesting prospect because like you could do character, but you could also do the action. And we have a moment in time where like that kind of thing is actually sort of back, but you would need to be able to do it low budget enough. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's like if you had Arnold, you would want it to be high budget. And I think the resurgence of these kinds of sword sandals fantasies doesn't allow for that big of a budget.
I would say that a character study on Conan will go as well as a Lanterns trailer character study.
Yeah.
I think character studies are very important, and yet
Conan is righteous, man. Conan is so awesome. All right. Anyway, March 13. Sorry, that's today. Marchapalooza. That's your name. Sorry, this is the last Streamlab. Hey, Greg and Coy. Will you be hosting a panel at WonderCon this year? If not, any other appearances you hope to do soon? Thanks.
No, we will not be at WonderCon.
do you guys want us to do a live event in Burbank?
If you want us to do a live event in Burbank, maybe one day we will.
Woo!
There's a good Chipotle. And I always thought we'd be a great Chipotle host.
Yes.
We just get everybody together, talk about burritos. Movie conversations are banned.
Dude, who doesn't love a burrito?
I love burritos.
We can watch John react to burritos.
Yeah.
Dude.
John, eat that burrito. Eat that second
I-
burrito.
Yeah.
John's going to die.
Happily.
He had a third burrito.
Give me all the hot sauce. Let's go.
John ate 10,000 calories in 1 hour.
I'm bringing back my coffee reactions.
We're going to watch
Be
John
good.
eat the calories Greg and I can't right now.
Yeah, why not?
I'm so jealous of John's 3 burritos. I think the Burbank area would be like a perfect. It's so central and it'd be awesome to see people. We can also see a movie.
Any other live appearances? Nope, not for me. Are you going to Comic-Con?
I'm not going to WonderCon because
Comic-Con.
the big one. Oh yeah, I never miss July Comic-Con, but that's so far away. I don't have any panels booked. But because of CinemaCon and because DC's coming back soon, don't have dates for you that I can publicly announce yet. But DC's coming back soon. Because of those two things, I don't want to do a bunch of cons and fall behind on work. Because I keep doing that every year. I'll like do every con that I want to, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I've done 82 days in a row. So I'm trying to pace myself for just the right things. So CinemaCon, yes. Comic-Con in July, yes. The rest are probably not.
All right.
Out of respect for rejects.
Yeah, that's why.
Because they've got it. Well, you guys have to juggle my schedule. Every time I do a thing, I've got to think of everyone. And I'm not being selfish this year.
Sure.
I had to think of Alex and her 3-year-old and me texting her at midnight
Hey.
and saying like, oh no,
To hell with that 3-year-old.
Yeah.
doesn't
This
want to go to the
builds
birthday.
character, all right?
It's okay. She's been waking up at 4, so.
Wait.
Anyway.
So yeah, when I text at 3 a.m., it's a perfect time.
All right. Well, we appreciate all of you guys. Anyway, let's jump back over into the super chats and catch up with Mayank Rananavare. Thank you for chiming in. Hey, Greg Coy and John. Thanks for saying hi. Given the murder mystery element of lanterns, I theorize the killer will be Black Hand. What do y'all think?
I think that's very viable. I think it's really fun if they did Sinestro as like a mislead, and everyone assumes Sinestro is the big bad, but then it's like a more niche character. Black Hand's more niche than Sinestro. And I think the murder mystery element allows for a different tone than people might expect for a cosmic story, but should expect for a cop story. I really think it's cool to lean into the other side of the Lantern Corps. So I think a murder mystery for the core is really exciting, and then it can go bigger and bigger, and maybe it does turn out to be someone like Black Hand that gets cosmic. But I think it's perfect if that's the case.
Do you think lanterns should coexist with the Green Lantern movies? Like they should do movies as well?
Oh yeah, I think that if you're gonna have the cosmic level budget, I think you'd need it to be a movie, and I think that this can set that up. But I think it'd be a cool bridge to do lanterns, introduce, get to know the characters, have the amount of time to really care about them, then put them in Superman, and then movies. Like it'll be a great trajectory of like investment in the individual, investment in them in this setting, and then
Sweet sauce.
that's what I would do, and it seems like that's what they're doing.
Love to hear it. Thank you, Mina, for always being here.
Hell yeah. Andres, thank you for chiming in. Have you seen Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die? And if not, will there be a reaction?
On my end, maybe. Coy, you saw
Seen it. I liked it, didn't love it. I loved what it was trying to say. There were a few moments that were a little tone deaf's too strong of a word, but in that direction where it feels like they needed consultants more of the generation that is actually going to be dealing with it. It's kind of like our government, like everyone that's running it is 80 and about to die. There needs to be people that are actually going to deal with the ramifications of AI in 10 years, having some of the perspective on its current state. Like I like that it tried to navigate some of the benefits and it tried to navigate a realistic side and made AI the villain that was a whiny little bitch because AI is for cowards. But it also didn't allow for nuance because it had such a strong thing to say that it doesn't feel like it acknowledges some of the benefit. And I think that there is a little bit of a older generation, like man yells at cloud energy that is fair, but also could have been subdued a little to make it more, less preachy. It doesn't quite get preachy, but it approaches preachy, and I think that's my biggest flaw with it. I noticed that enough times, but I'm really glad it exists. It's my number 7 of the year so far. Like I did enjoy it, but that is a big enough flaw that I can't give it all of my flowers.
God, I saw this cloud earlier today.
Just yelling at it.
Fucking just like, you piece of shit.
So incensed.
I wonder all the time if they named the place we do online storage the cloud to be cheeky about yelling at technology evolving. I think about that all the time. Like, do we call it the cloud? Because it's like,
It's a reasonable thing to think about all the time.
yeah, like a lot.
Yeah. I think that's a good thing to consume your
Spend my time
mind
on.
with. And
That's my
maybe-
conspiracy
Maybe one
theory.
day solve the
Us
answer.
naming things just spite millennials. That's what I think about oft.
That's my contribution to this conversation.
All right, Captain Fernandez is back. Hot take: the BAFTA for clinched MBJ's Oscar.
No. Oh, you mean
The conversation around it.
clinched, as in like solidified it, or sabotage? So what is the word clinched used for?
I think clinched is like cemented.
I think,
Like made it certain.
yeah.
The public outrage clinched.
That's why.
Michael.
That's
B.
why Captain Fernandez doesn't have an image in their profile.
I don't think it did anything for the actual Oscar. I think it just, I mean, it did cause conversation, but I don't think it was a benefit. I don't know. I personally,
is the theory that because of the
like it might have been
disrespect-
Chalamet, but now it's not,
Yeah.
or like, but
not the actual BAFTA awards, but the incident is the thing that made him like, oh, we got to do right by him.
I'm not sure racism benefits black people.
I know a whole bunch of people who would disagree with that.
I'm sure you do. They have very
I
successful
personally
channels.
know all that. My friends.
It's a lot of people that
Yeah.
run a lot of channels. I don't personally agree, but I think I see where you're coming from.
I mean, I could imagine a world where some voters are like, yeah, that was really ugly. We should give it to him. But I
don't
if that
think you
would be
vote
like
from like a place of like, man, I feel like he shouldn't have dealt with that.
I hope that doesn't. I hope he seems poised to win, and I hope if he does win, that this does not become a conversation.
Yeah, like to me, there's no part of me, if I was an Oscar voter, which I'm not, that I would see a moment like that happen and it would affect my experience of his art. Like I would never have a moment that happened on the press tour be like, that made the performance better. And it should be about the performance. But I don't know if that is.
Is it ever really about the performance?
But that's what you were saying earlier. That was our whole conversation with the drama and the gossip. So
Well, and the BAFTA situation feels like it kind of, at least to me, felt like it took all the focus and conversation away from all the movie stuff. Whereas, like, even the Timothée Chalamet controversy, or the Dan Merle mentioned the Jesse Buckley controversy about hating cats, those things feel more tied into like the
She
sphere
can
of
go fuck herself.
Yes. I'm glad the bride flopped.
A lot of this is ridiculous, John, but no.
But
We
no.
didn't bring up
Buckley-
cats out of respect.
You know,
Jesse Buckley should be crucified. is
Yeah,
what I
she
say.
should be in
Publicly,
in
by
public.
cats.
Yeah.
I feel these words.
But those
That scene in Catwoman, the scene of Catwoman and Batman.
Yeah.
the thing with Michael
John,
B.
finish
Jordan
your
and
thought.
Delroy Lindo felt like it felt
Yell
like
at John while he's talking.
the thing with Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo felt like it pierced out of all this into reality in a harshly uncomfortable way, in a way that doesn't even make me think of the movies anymore.
Yeah,
You know,
I get what you mean.
so I feel like I can't really see that as like a very strong thing to attach to the movie considerations themselves, I suppose.
I just want everyone to know I do not accept Jesse Buckley's apology.
You heard it here, folks.
And I hope it sabotaged her Oscar win.
Josh Horowitz
right.
ended her Oscar campaign.
I hope that when she wins, that someone shouts.
Keep my cat's name. All right, here we go.
Someone comes up with her and hits her with a cat.
Oh no! Oh no! Swing a dead cat in here without hitting an Oscar. I am Chef. Thank you for chiming in. Both parents collecting comics, and now finally in my late 20s collecting comics. I get super excited for all comic stuff, but the fans kill my enthusiasm. How do you guys not let that exhaust you?
I'm so exhausted.
You know it doesn't. Never.
I'm exhausted right now. I'll be exhausted later. I'll be exhausted tomorrow. This is a choice I made. It could be way worse. I could be a coal miner. I could be doing jobs that are so much more grueling physically, but emotionally, I've lost so much joy by choosing to turn my joy into money. Foolish, but I'd do it again. It's a way better life than other lives, but it definitely is exhausting. Like, it's part of the job. I think I get paid to tolerate stupidity. Like, I'm not paid to... I don't get paid to read the comics. I don't get paid to like learn quality language. I don't get paid to be a better conversationalist. I think those are benefits to the job. But I think the money that I'm paid is to tolerate cunts.
Yes. Woo! 204. I will be
damn it,
cutting
Carl.
out a word in the editor as soon as this processes.
Sorry, John and Greg.
It's all good.
I didn't think of a better word.
It's all good news now. Well,
You guys get the Snyder cut. I'm sorry.
208.
oh, sure, you're right. That's right. Yeah, we the first 4 minutes in there.
Only you know the truth, live audience.
It's like that Ron Funches audio. It's how do you manage all that stuff? I don't. I'm tired all the time.
No, it's
Gee, do you have
exhausting.
anything to add to Coy's,
I think Greg handles it a lot better than I do. I think you have more ebbs and flows. Like, your peaks are higher than mine. Like, when you're stressed, it feels like a bigger, like, and then, but you are maintenance better.
I'm good at taking a. I don't know. I become I'm good at shutting down, like, which is not good for when you have to like do a video reaction where it's all about like getting emotionally in tune with yourself and what you're experiencing. But I tend to put up a wall and I become apathetic towards things after a while. That's my thing. It's like, this is fucking ridiculous.
I haven't found apathy yet. Like, I think that's then a really interesting thing as I get more emotionally available is like, I never was closed off, but then like, I'm worried that the depths I'm able to reach now are more, so it's gonna like affect me more because I'm definitely more affected than I'm comfortable with. Like, I never feel like I'm able to truly separate.
I understand. Well, I think online feeds a certain type of emotional breeding, right? And I think a lot of times it's like, if I just only hear like passing opinions, I don't really care or get affected that much. But then if I do get involved in like watching enough videos and stuff, suddenly I'm like feeling the rage that people are projecting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now I got a fucking opinion. And I'm like, do I really? It's like fucking Ezra Miller. Like when that Ezra Miller shit was going down.
Yeah.
Like I thought for a second I actually gave a shit.
And then I took a step back.
I fucking doing videos, and I was like, I really don't care about this actually.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, it was like that kind of thing.
The hive
you know?
mind is crazy. Like how you
Yeah.
suddenly think you're a part of something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
but a lot of people capitalize on that, and they make a lot of money doing it, and they get a lot of great views, and this is a big part of internet culture. And hey, if you don't mind doing that, like I'll tell you drama channels and whatever. But and I sometimes watch these drama channels. I can enjoy them now without getting like emotionally involved.
I'm on the other side. I think vultures have no place. So if you're going to be a drama channel and you're going to profit off like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, then you have a different. You're not on a level of society I think is human.
I like watching every video that's been coming out for the past few months. It's like Joe Rogan finally realized Trump's a villain.
The people that make money off.
How
that,
long
man,
has Joe Rogan realized this? It's been like 6 months of these videos, guys.
He's still realizing.
He's still just realizing.
Just realizing over and over again. Do you know what that word means?
Constant state of realization. We love to see it, Joe. All right. I am Chef is back. Thank you for chiming in. Rewatching X-Men with you guys. Who would you guys love the villain to be? Off topic. Have you guys seen Marvel Rivals or any of the character designs?
Coy and I are planning on playing Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, I've never ever encountered Marvel Rivals. I haven't seen a trailer. I've seen some promo art, but I don't know gameplay. I'm so excited. So we're gonna do that.
And by planning on playing, I mean planning on playing too.
You guys will experience us flailing, or at least me flailing. I'm very excited about it.
You guys got a magic marker so I could cross out the word Erewhon here?
Oh wow!
I don't want to seem like I
pretentious.
don't relate with the
I
audience.
mean, let's.
Yeah.
Is that an $82 bag of popcorn there, Greg?
I was gonna say, how many authentic gold flakes are in there?
Man, take out a mortgage to get that bag of popcorn? Crazy.
You ever had Golden Flake popcorn?
You
Oh
know?
my god, it's crazy.
Greg's still making payments. All of your super chats went to that bag of popcorn.
Next time I'm gonna try the platinum dusted ones.
This whole bag is huge, and it's only 120 calories.
I'm jealous.
Dude, that's why.
And only $140.
We gotta go to Erewhon after this.
You go to my Erewhon app. I got two things. Every order's the same two things. The tofu, because it's high calorie, low calorie, high protein, and this popcorn. That's all I get from Erewhon.
Their buffalo cauliflower's bomb.
Never had it.
If you like buffalo, it's real good. Tastes almost like chicken. Since you're not a meat
It's the
man.
only thing I can't. It's the only thing I can justify the price on is fucking this popcorn and tofu, because it is like, this is a really unreasonably priced store.
But for the prestige of the quality of these two items. The question is Rivals, and there was something before that.
Oh yes, it was rewatching the X-Men with you guys. Who would you guys love the villain to be?
Oh, I want Sentinels, man. I feel like we've had like Trask and we've had Sentinels in the danger. Like we've never had Sentinels. So I think setting up Magneto as the big bad for a long time. I think doing a couple incidental villains, maybe like a Juggernaut. But I really want to see Sentinels. And Mr. Sinister's
Sinister, man, that's the one. Yeah.
Sinister's been teased long enough.
Sinister's the one I definitely want.
It's time. I also think Sinister works for this generation. Like I think Sinister is really applicable, and I think like a fun, sassy, like there's so much. I think it'd be really fun to cast someone like unexpected that's very good with physical comedy, like Ryan Gosling or something.
Gosling, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Like
we're on
Ryan
the same
Gosling
page about
as Mr.
that.
Sinister would be dope.
Ryan Gosling's so funny. One of the best. I think
It was hard to interview.
Him and Adam Driver are the two best
SNL.
SNL hosts
Agreed.
for different reasons. Adam Driver's like fully committed, never breaks, and Ryan Gosling's the one
Only breaks and is fully committed at the same time.
yeah. Like they're my two favorite celebrity hosts.
The interview was hard because I wanted to like yes and, but I knew I only had 7 minutes, and I was originally given 8, and then the 7 got cut down to like 6.5, and I was like, I prepped 20 minutes, and I was like, no time to riff with the greatest. And that was tricky. But yeah, I think Mr. Sinister and Sentinels.
I agree. Thank you, I am Chef. Nick Alexander. Nick can't say no. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you, Coy. People say they want different. We are getting Clayface horror and Lanterns is grounded, yet people complain it's different. I am pumped for the variety of DC projects.
I can't talk about DC positively or I'm a paid shill, and I can't talk about Disney positively or I'm a shill, and I'm really curious when the checks arrive. But I do know...
You don't get checks from DC?
I do.
You should.
I do.
I was going to say, that's actually fucked up.
But
They're exploiting
all this
you.
work you're doing.
You have workers' rights,
on
Coy.
my HBO app.
You don't have to work for the privilege.
right now, we haven't started filming season 2. I am not getting checks as we speak. I don't have any... I'm not beholden right now, guys. Rejects, I am not beholden. I have a non-exclusive so I can talk. But it's funny because it's a really tricky thing being to be upset because it's not their take. Being excited as a comic fan that does it professionally is even harder. But being a comic fan that gets paid and does it elsewhere it's really hard for people to hear objectivity. I'm so passionately excited about the different flavors that DC is doing that Marvel does so well when they're on the right path. I just think DC is in a better spot right now because of they just started fresh, and I think that's a beautiful thing. So I'm more excited about DC doing things like this. I'm totally in agreement with you, but it's really hard because the internet is fandom. The word fan comes from fanatic. Like, people are fanatical about the way they see a thing, so they're going to be. You're not going to read people yelling loudly how much they're excited for something because they're doing that with their friends. The people that are yelling loudly probably don't have a lot. So they have more
I think
time.
people want DC to be Marvel already.
Right, and that's so crazy. Like, it
It's
just can't.
Sorry, guys. We just had to restart DC like 5 times. And now it seems like we're finally committed to a path. You
So
know?
let's see how it goes.
Well.
It's been 3 properties, guys.
Yeah, we got a path. I think the fact that we have a Lantern show and then he's going to be a Man of Tomorrow is a sign of the path.
Yeah. Like I said, I think that leads to a Lanterns movie. I think that's where you do the cosmic and the budget allows for it.
Yeah, then we can get Ryan Reynolds back.
Oh, totally. That's what we need.
And he's got to pay for that lawsuit, man.
That's the path.
Here. Maximum litigation. All right. Thank you, Nick. Expert criminal. Can you guys please make a gaming channel?
Marvel Rivals.
John and I just finished playing Mortal Kombat last night.
At least half of it, yeah.
No, we finished the game.
Is that the whole game? I thought there was, yeah. I guess it is the whole game.
We had a whole experience where we were like, I thought there was more, but it was the credits and everything.
Yeah, I know, but then there's that whole second chapter.
No, the second chapter is the next game.
Is this the next game? I'm
Yeah.
so confused with how they make games now. They just do 2 at a time.
I feel more comfortable about being on the gaming channel because of this
I'm like,
interaction.
I don't know. I don't understand how this works.
It took John and I like 4 months to beat Mortal Kombat.
I feel better and better about being on this gaming leg now because I am not good at it.
No, yeah, it was like, yeah, it was an interesting experience. But no, we should start releasing that at the end of the month, actually.
Wolverine's out on my birthday. Wolverine game on PS5, September 15th.
You're working your birthday then.
Oh, here we are. Guys, if you wanted to see me drunk on a stream,
You just dug your own grave.
get some Dunkin' Donuts, some Wolverine, and some whiskey.
What's Charlie saying?
Expert, thank you. Expert. Charlie's Flicks Fix says, ready for interview season 2. Coy hair looks great. Greg equals Zaddy.
See these 2 popcorns?
Oh.
These are your nuts.
Oh, wait, let me
Subscriber
zoom in on
for
him.
life for
Let
Charlie.
me zoom in
Yeah.
on him. Let me
Yeah,
zoom.
just look at, oh, there it is.
Let's
oh,
get that, yeah.
suckled.
Let's get that.
Look at that night.
Yeah.
Look at those white morsels on his
Hang
tongue.
on. Let me zoom even more.
And man-
in. It's so hard to zoom when the frame.
And
is
they're
this big.
Erewhon nuts, so you know they're free range,
Aaron nuts.
non-GMO nuts.
There we go. Let's get even
Organic.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just made with organic popcorn.
That's right, organically
Organic
popped
virgin
nuts.
coconut oil.
Oh, virgin oil.
Oh,
Virgin oil on his popped nuts.
look at that.
Yeah, there it is.
Virgin like John Maturin.
Version like John.
Always take
Maturin.
shots at Maturin when he's not around.
Hold on. Let's get a little bit closer on your mouth. There we go.
There it is.
I want to fill the frame. Hang on. Let me get one more pass. It's really hard to do this without cropping the entire frame in, so bear with me. But it's
Nuts,
worth it for
nuts,
all
nuts,
this. There we
nuts,
go.
nuts, nuts.
Yeah, look at that.
Ah! There it is. Right in the bag.
All nut March.
Man, Greg nutted too hard. Way too hard. Sometimes you nut too hard, tears happen.
You get Catholic guilt kicked.
Ask Charlie Cox about it.
So when Daredevil masturbates, does he feel bad? He has a lot of sex before marriage. It's not very Catholic.
Not very Catholic of him.
Not
Also-
to mention all the violence. Not to mention all the pain and the beatings.
I also wonder what that would look like for him.
What?
Like the sound of it.
What do you mean?
Like when he hears echo, so if he's wanking and there's like the, his own little, like the sloshiness.
Do you think he can?
If he uses lube or not, I don't know. But like I imagine it'd be like
Probably create some like sonar type of calling to other blind people with superpowers.
yeah.
Yeah.
which the
It's
MCU
waves.
is
Like when
full of.
Superman died and then
And everyone heard it?
Beginning of
That's
Justice League.
That's how Daredevil wanks.
Just like going around. Yeah.
That's what his Billy Club sounds like.
Air one.
Air one. All right, here we go. Thank you, Charlie. OG Carlos, Greg, would you consider going on the Escape podcast?
Absolutely. I would love to go on the Escape Pod. I'd also like to go on RTTV. Johnny, please. I'd also like to go on the RTTV podcast. Where's RTTV? I'd like to go on their podcast. I was just listening to it. They're really good.
And we love the Escape Pod boys. They're good folk.
Coy goes in there all the time.
They're my favorite TikTok energy. Like they've figured out how to make it actually authentically nerdy while being like that super kinetic edit, and like they've done a really good job making something that feels clippable and authentic. I'm very impressed with them.
Hell yeah.
Here,
up?
here.
Someone said don't chip a tooth on that popcorn.
It'd be a very close-up shot if he does.
I do have another chip tooth.
Another
Oh,
one?
no.
Does that keep happening?
What are you doing? What are you eating?
Might be all the acidic stuff. Lemon.
Fuck.
Apple cider vinegar. Or one popcorn.
Make your
Teeth chip.
chip.
That's crazy. I'm
right.
concerned.
I'm brushing my teeth like crazy all the time now. Probably making my gums worse.
Do you have like a fluoride toothpaste? Something to add some like strength to, or maybe like Boca toothpaste? Something you need some strength. You need some like calcium enhanced something.
I think it happened the same day.
Drink some
Fuck.
milk.
Yeah. Wait, you can't. You can have milk. No. Oh, you can't have milk because of the dairy thing, not because of the animal thing.
Yeah.
Guys, what's going to
What's
fix
next?
Greg's teeth? Jen Maddle, thank you for chiming in. Sending support. Love the discussions. Are you
love the discussion.
concerned? Are you concerned that we haven't seen the teaser? At least, are you concerned that we haven't seen a teaser at least for Spider-Man yet? Also, what is your take in general on trailers? Are they bad, good, or too much?
Well, when we used to do the thing where we picked questions to shape our conversation, this would have been real good for all the conversations we had about trailers and the Spider-Man experience.
Yeah, a little bit.
So it would have been pretty apropos. I don't know how to check back an hour ago.
I was going to say, I'll scrub back and just replay the audio.
I think they do need to make trailers different than they. Every era has a certain formula for trailers. I've noticed, like the trailers tend to adopt an era of trailer style.
In a world.
Oh, remember that
That
era?
was dope. I love that era.
And I guess like I think that's why I love the Street Fighter trailer. Because it just feels so like different and weird. Like the Street Fighter has like a visceralness to it. And by all accounts, I thought The Bride actually had a pretty good first trailer, even though I was like, this looks pretentious and awful, but maybe good. Who knows? So that was like my experience with it, but I don't know what trailers don't feel as exciting as they once were. I don't feel like people are as excited by trailers as they once were either. There is something up with trailers now. I can't quite put my finger on it. I guess people also don't trust trailers as much anymore too.
I think it's. I mean, people get upset when I blame the people, but I think there's some user error in like we're so overstimulated. I don't know if we can feel the way we felt about trailers because I don't think we feel.
Well, trailers
We're getting so much stimulation all the time.
No, definitely. I knew you're right though, and I think trailers have also been formatted now to fit like this.
Right. So it's like watch it like this. It has to be as big as a movie theater screen emotionally, and you're constantly stimulated because you're always on a screen. Like going to watch a trailer used to be when we started. Trailers were an event of themselves, and you dedicate that time to it. But then that would be like enough to live off of for a week. And now it's like, oh, what's the next trailer? What's the next thing? And we're constantly being bombarded with like 5-second TikTok amount of like, it's just so much. It's like Vegas all the time. We're playing the slots and we expect it to feel good.
It's like trailer language has seeped into so much other
Trailers,
stuff.
trailers have to be an experience. Weapons trailer was an experience. Weapons did very, very, very well. And it's not because there was a huge fucking celebrity in it. Zach Krieger's name is not that huge. But it had some damn good trailers. And of course, like word of mouth is good and all that. But it had an awesome opening weekend because the trailer was fucking effective.
Yeah.
20 years later, ultimately
man.
didn't make that much money.
Trailer's
But opening
incredible.
weekend it did because that trailer was the shit.
Yeah, the boots. Whew.
Trailers have to be an experience. And when I say this, it's like I literally mean this dimension, for like TikTok and
Yeah.
Instagram. Once they started composing trailers to fit for that, then it just like people forget that trailers do have to be an experience. They do have to be some type of, experience is the word for it.
I think I think there are the occasional ones, but we're so bombarded with the next thing we forget. Like the Supernova trailer for Project Hail Mary was like an experience, but then people are on to the next thing and the next thing. And I think that this press tour with this movie, because we're in the middle of it right now, it feels like a big event. And that's rare now. Like doing all the press events and stops, playing it early, letting the embargo drop early. Like all of this feels like it's authentic hype. Like it's a build. But most movies feel like it's like, and it's out. Like the trailer happens and then movie. It doesn't feel like there's the journey it used to.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know though. I don't know what they need to do. What are some good trailers? Sinners was a great trailer.
Yeah.
Sinners was a very effective trailer too.
28 years later, Sinners, Weapons.
Comment the best trailers in recent memory, gang.
Like the Odyssey looks great. I feel like Nolan has a trailer style now though.
I actually haven't watched the Odyssey trailer.
I think it looks great, but it's not to me the most memorable trailer.
Okay. I've just been like, I'm going to see the movie. I don't need.
It's one of the, but Nolan doesn't need a great trailer.
Right. I think the Odyssey is most people's #1 of the year because of Nolan and the Odyssey.
Yeah.
I think we should bring back the style of trailer they used to cut in like the 50s and 60s where like they don't show you any footage and the whole trailer is trying to convince you not to see the movie because it's too much. There's like a whole thing where it's like, we're giving out, I saw a trailer once and the whole gag was, we're giving out custom insurance policies in the lobby because there are 10 moments of extreme terror in this movie and subjecting yourself to even one could result in loss of sanity and blah, blah, blah. So like find the nurse in the lobby. It was the silliest thing, but it made for a memorable trailer. So that's a trend we should bring back.
Infinity War Hulk moment. I think more fake stuff for trailers.
I think Michael will be huge.
Oh, that movie's going to be giant.
Even though I don't think the trailers are particularly great, I think it'll be huge.
Yeah, I don't think they needed to be.
Yeah.
I think it's like the Odyssey or Spider-Man or like there are certain things that are going to be huge culturally. And that's why I haven't needed to see the Odyssey. I will be watching the Spider-Man trailer the moment it drops, but like my #1 and #2 are Spider-Man and the Odyssey, and I don't think I'll watch the Odyssey before I see the movie.
I feel the same way about Street Fighter. I don't need to see any more footage.
Yeah, I came in today. I was like, Craig, there's a teaser. No, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good, man.
I'm ready.
I seen one trailer enough. I'm ready, man.
Street Fighter coming soon.
We should get Louis Tan on here.
That'd be
Cole Young!
easy to do. I can. He's
My
the best.
dude!
Lewis is awesome.
I love how he's taking shots at Andrew Schultz
Oh yeah, he did on Brandon's show. It's funny because I've seen Lewis like 3 times in the last couple months, and
in a Mortal Kombat.
I love
movie.
that they pushed because it also shows confidence in how good Mortal Kombat 2 is. But now it made it a 2-year.
It's funny because when the '90s movies came out, they were around the same time.
Yeah, that's true. 30 years later, the Revenge Tour. Do you want me to ask Lewis? Come on,
Yeah.
that'd be fun.
Be like, dude, I see you at my gym sometimes, but I never want to say hi. And there's also another celebrity that I see at my gym all the time that I never say hi.
Lewis and I are real friends. You could tell him, like we actually know. You could like,
Him and his girlfriend work out there.
yeah, Lewis is great.
I don't want to say anything.
Okay, I'll invite him on, and then you can be like, hey, I see you at the gym sometimes.
Who's the guy on the charity show with Colin Farrell? Shea Wiggum?
Shay's Wiggum is an actor. He's great.
Was he the one in Mission Impossible?
Yeah.
Yeah, he works at my gym.
I love Shay
See him
Wiggum.
all the time. And I'm like, nah, not going to say anything.
Love Shay Wiggum.
Seen Bucky Barnes, Mr. Beast. I don't know. Mm-mm.
For some reason, out of all those, Mr. Beast seems the weirdest. Just the idea of him at a gym.
I didn't see him working out.
That's what I mean. Like I'm like, maybe he's just there to be seen. I could see that for him.
Yeah.
Hey, live your life, Mr. Beast.
I don't need to say anything. All right. Dude, I'm almost done with my popcorn, so we can go now. Yeah,
All right,
definitely
sweet.
Shea Wiggum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Shay Wiggum.
Yeah.
He's one of those character actors. I'll see everything he does.
He's related to Blair from freaking Ted. He's like her uncle or dad or
no
something.
shit.
Yeah.
His movie with John Bernthal, Small Engine Repairs, really slept on. It was a play.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
Fun fact. We got any more?
Nope, we're ready to go.
Is that it?
Shea Wiggum!
We did our topic.
Shay
We're good.
Wiggum.
Thank you, guys.
Guys, put in the comments below what your favorite Shea Wiggum movie is.
Yeah, let's know
Thank
about
you
Shay Wiggum.
There's a lot of you guys who are here every week, and I appreciate you. We all do. Alex, you worked your ass off today.
In office.
I know what I'm doing.
Only off-camera reject. Sweating it out over here. Hustling.
She's got the remote control that's controlling my body to control this stream. Yeah.
We also, about the same people we started with and wrote out with. People hung out in this chaotic one.
I
People
love
have
them so much.
been writing.
Thank you.
People have been
Ride or dies.
writing.
You might misinterpret that as a bad thing. Greg is happy you're here. There's the same number of people here as the beginning. Immediate response.
And John,
See,
as always, you were the MVP of my life.
I did what I could.
John made this all possible.
We'll be properly
Don't tell Olivia.
colorized next time.
Don't tell Olivia that.
I'm gonna do some follow-ups with our guy Ismail, but yeah, I appreciate it.
No, we'll do follow-ups, and we're gonna give him a proper shout-out.
Yeah, we'll shout him out when we're not struggling.
When inexplicable it's Friday the 13th, I forgot. So inexplicable things are wont to happen. So go watch your favorite Jason movie today. We love you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. And yeah, just let me cue up the end screen. All right. And we transition. Peace be with you.